Citizens of Rukon, patrons of Dave, lovers of 8-Ball, welcome to Tales from Rukon, Echoes of Chaos, Episode 6. Some quick announcements before we get started. As always, we have a Discord where we have an awesome community starting up. The link is in the description. We're all in there. Come hang out and chat with us outside of the game and play Minecraft with us. Riley has been streaming it a few times a week in the Discord, and the rest of us have hopped in here and there as well. It's been a super fun time. If you're not on Discord, or if you are and would like to be in both, we also now have a Facebook official community group that you can join and come hang out. The link for that's in the description. Our official Facebook page, Instagram, and TikTok are also all up for you to follow. Links for everything are in the description. As usual, we won't be responding to chat much during the game, but a couple of us may be responding in the chat itself during moments that don't involve that player's focus as much, and we'll be hanging out during the mid-game intermission as we file back in. Any other announcements from anyone else?
No, I think we're... I don't have anything. Anybody else?
All right.
I got nothing.
Without further ado, we return to the world of Rukon. Our group of adventurers had found the Rod of Dasis, an ancient artifact they were individually sent to retrieve, though quickly lost it when Nikita gave it to a supposed ally, who took it back to Zirith, the kingdom's capital. This forced the group to begin traveling to Zirith to clear up the mixed information they had all received about the Rod. Setting out for Jugatse, a fortress where they could travel by magical means to Zirith, they picked up a traveling noble who had been robbed, bested the bandits who robbed him, and let one go with a deal made that both sides would leave each other alone as she was part of the largest bandit organization in the kingdom, before ultimately arriving in the riverside town of Viramor, the halfway point to Jugatse. They found themselves helping the town to fight back a raid from a powerful race of ant folk known as Formians. After winning, despite nearly losing Galadh, they met a group of warriors who had killed the most of the creatures and discovered they were members of the Godslayers, the most revered guild on the continent, then attempting and failing to seem better and cooler than them, with one Godslayer even booping Nikita on the nose and calling them adorable. Settling in the Sleeping Turtle Inn, they were found by Hannah, the bandit Galadh and Thrag let go, who told them that the rest of the troop wouldn't honor the deal and was coming for them, and she needed help for deserting. Nikita and Ragtag spoke to the captain of the town guard, who instructed them not to leave Viramor while he would take some of their suggestions on setting an ambush to the town higher-ups. When they returned to the inn, however, they were met by the Howling Banshees, who had arrived in the town faster than anticipated. Cornered and yet to recover from the Formian fight, they listened as the head of the faction spoke to them, giving them three choices. Try to fight their way out, outnumbered and outclassed, try to run and sleep with one eye open forever, or join the Howling Banshees and replace the men they had killed. He left, saying they had time to think it over for as long as they stayed in Viramor, and that he would be waiting for them on the south road to Jugatse. So, you all awaken. And while you physically feel refreshed from sleeping in nice beds for the first time since most of you left to begin your journeys, you all feel a pit in your stomach from the coming choice you'll have to make. For now, you wake up, heading downstairs to the smell of fresh eggs, bacon, and various cheeses and breads. About half the tables in the inn are filled, and Stephanus is already at one, holding his head and leaning on his elbow.
I am still sleeping.
Did Hannah come down with us?
Hannah's not down there yet. She had her own room that she had put on Stephanus's tab.
All right. I'll go find her and knock on her door, see if she's awake yet.
All right. You open the door. She is still sleeping.
All right. Do you see anything like a pen and paper around?
There's probably some parchment in the dresser area of the room.
Okay. I'll just leave her a note on like bedside table that we need to talk to her.
Okay.
And head back downstairs.
Cool. Thrag and Ragtag, what are you guys doing?
Ragtag's gonna head out, do a little bit of shopping. Because I feel he's very aware that one way or another, there's probably a fight of some kind coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to go kind of gear up a little bit. So he's gonna head over to Dave's, I think.
Cool. Thrag, what are you doing? Oh, Thrag, I think your mic is off.
I come downstairs, and
I just announced to the whoever's at the bar. Where's my bucket? I need another bucket. Morning booze.
Wait, is this for the drinking or for what happens after the drinking?
Drinking, of course.
Okay.
It is the same half elf woman who was bartending last night, who just immediately sees you and just looks like, oh no, damn it! I was hoping they wouldn't wake up and come down. And she's she
Dark. They wouldn't wake up.
she like slowly pulls the bucket out from behind the bar and just puts it back down on the bar. Like she never even put it away fully last night.
I like you.
I'm out of mead though. You'll have to try something else.
Got any rum?
A little bit. Probably only one bucket's worth.
I think a bucket of rum would actually kill you. It would kill anybody.
I guess we'll find out.
I don't like this. Biologically speaking, I don't like these odds.
Don't tell me about the odds.
I'll go brew up an antidote.
Thank you.
So she fills up your bucket with rum. Stephanus looks on horribly, horrified as this is happening, and just says to himself, I shouldn't have drank so much. I feel terrible. Thankfully, some kind gentleman paid for your drinks last night. I didn't know what I was getting into agreeing to that. Regardless, there's a bank in town that my father has an account with. I'll go withdraw some gold to cover the rooms and have some extra funds so I don't have to pinch copper to pay you all. What did you guys do after I went to bed?
Well, he drank.
I had the buckets.
I figured you probably drank a lot. You carried a keg around with you in the cart, but like buckets, plural. That seems excessive. I wouldn't have agreed to pay for that.
Too bad you already did.
No, the bartender, she told me some kind gentleman came in last night and paid for your drinks after he had a conversation with you.
Remember our
It was nice of him.
Our new friend. That one.
Ah, right. Friend.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we will have to discuss some things soon.
Yeah.
We may have bitten off a little bit more than we can chew.
At this point, Nikita has awoken and begins to walk downstairs. Good morning, comrades.
Hey there.
How good everyone sleep last night? I slept like baby.
Honestly, terrible.
Why?
Due to certain proposals that were made last night.
Oh, you're still thinking about it?
Little bit, yep.
Oh. Well, I have ideas while I sleep. It comes to me in dreams. Little kitty dreams, I tell you. They are the most adorable thing you have ever seen. So many little mice for me to eat. Regardless.
It sounds very violent. Okay.
Well, what I have to say is, so we're sick, are we not? Because of this plague rat here?
Probably. I kind of forgot all about that, to be honest.
Okay, well, we do this. He is good at making brew, right? And as I was coming down, I heard
He's
something
good at drinking it.
And I heard of antidote you could make.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I have ideas. We go to tell him, yes, we will take a job. But I will start coughing, and we all start coughing while we are near him, and then we tell him we will do job, but we are sick. We are on the way to go figure out sickness, and we've been here for quite a little bit. You might be sick as well. And then my friend here, he make poison, very soft poison, and then we throw up. We all drink and we start to throw up all over the place and be like, oh no, the next symptom has begun. And this man, he tells us he tells, yes, this is the next symptom. The next symptom is chills. And I'd be like, oh, does anyone have blanket? And then we tell them we must be getting going. We have to figure out, if not, your whole crew will die of disease. It will die of disease. And how good and strong will mercenary killer criminal be if everyone is just shitting their pants the whole time?
Yeah, it's not good for business.
Now,
I'm not nearly charismatic to pull that enough off.
now, wasn't the first part of that rather similar to what I suggested?
What did you say? I do not remember. I only remember dream.
It was roughly that we tell them that we are on a previously existing quest to get an item to cure a disease that we may or may not have. However,
Yes,
I
good idea.
I do like the rest of that. That does seem, well, presuming they don't see through our charade, that could work.
Look, okay, so see, we come up with good idea together. You tell idea, I have dream bring idea to life. Everything in dream is real life. So, what do we need to get to make throw up poison?
Dungeon Master, would I know that?
I mean, there's a lot of things that can make a person throw up. I would
I got
off the
six
top
of
of
them in
my head.
pocket right here.
I was gonna say off the top of my head, I'm not even sure a specific thing, but I'm sure at Galadh would know at least 5 easy to do
Yeah,
things
okay,
that could make someone throw
that's
up.
sort of what I thought. Yeah, just like
I'd
what,
be surprised if you can make me puke with my dwarven stomach.
Well, keep drinking the rum, and then maybe it will help you.
Yeah,
to
that'll
throw
do
up.
it.
Yes.
challenge accepted.
I guess we'll
And
find
I go
out.
off to brew some things.
Why don't we use king's foil? It is a weed.
420.
That was a hyper specific Lord of the Rings reference, by the way.
I got it.
Okay. Not a 420 joke.
Everything's a 420 joke around here.
That was a beautiful roller coaster of highbrow niche nerd humor to dwarves making weed jokes.
Yep. Yep. It's,
From adults streaming Dungeons and Dragons to 12-year-old in Xbox lobby.
Yeah.
Just immediately. The exact roller coaster we want.
Beautiful. Thank you.
So,
Yeah, I'm kind of getting into this, but again, I really don't think I'm gonna have the wherewithal to pull this off. I'll think of something.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, if... So, okay, Dungeon Master said I do know things that'll make us kind of appear sick.
mhm.
Alright, I'll go and start looking around if I can find the things I need to brew them.
I'm gonna say things that can make someone nauseous are probably pretty easy to come by. It's just,
Yeah.
maybe certain food combinations or certain beverage combinations that could be entirely commonplace things, but that, would trigger a gag reflex or something like that in a person. I'm going to say you would very easily be able to find that during the shopping day for probably no more than 3 copper.
Alright, cool.
Bar
We'll mark
maiden.
that
Bar
out.
maiden. Bar maiden.
What can I do for you?
Yes. Well, how far is a local a food market or a possibly apothecary near us?
Well, it's just a couple blocks that way is the fish market.
Fish? No, I did not ask fish. I said food, vegetables.
There's a
plants.
farmer's market out there too. They just call it the
Okay.
fish market.
That's
Mostly fish, but there's former
Terrible naming
former
convention.
stands too.
yes. Wow, you in these small towns really are fucking stupid. Okay. Well, I will be gone to fish market, and we will You said that way, right? Okay, very good. And quickly make me eggs, potato, and bacon. Yeah, I will be sitting over there. Okay, goodbye. Thank you.
And she looks about as flustered and aggravated as Eugene did back at the old Maple Tankard in Necrin when you made a similar request. Just very similar, just immediate, just are you fucking kidding me type look on her face. And Buck goes and grabs the food. They're already making food for the round, so it only takes 2 minutes for her to come out with a plate, which she kind of tosses in front of you and then walks away without a word.
Well, someone just lost their tip. Very well.
Careful, buddy. You might lose yours too.
This is potatoes, not stew. Are you also from small town?
From under the mountains, buddy. Under the mountains.
Very well. Would you like some potato?
I always love potatoes.
I put a little bit of potato to one side and I give to him, and I begin eating eggs and bacon and potato.
I take the little potato.
It's very well made. It's like well seasoned. The eggs are fresh. You feel like she probably must have just taken them from under the chickens this morning. Like it's a really good home cooked breakfast.
Are there potatoes in I mean, I'm sorry. Of course, there's potatoes in potatoes. Are there peppers in potatoes?
Yes. There's
Okay,
peppers and onions in the potatoes.
Good potato.
And they're like and they're like well crisped. It's nice.
Oh, you making me hungry. I'm so happy to have potato.
I take the small piece of potato that Nikita chopped off for me, and I sniff it. I go, need something a little more. And I dip it into the rum in my bucket. And eat it. And
horrifying.
Just perfect.
Why?
I can't imagine that would have made it better. Stephanus is horrified.
Alcohol always makes things better.
Like events, not flavors.
In certain cooking situations, it can kind
It
of
had peppers and onions on it, and you dipped it in rum?
It's sweet now. It's fine.
I understand why you can kill people. You're insane.
You
I
sound
finished
like
breakfast.
my mother.
I finished breakfast. Whenever you guys are ready to go, I am ready to leave as well.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm not really that hungry. I just kind of want to pick up some materials, maybe some armor. I feel like this is gonna go bad.
It
I
is
finish off-
possibility.
I finish off the bucket of rum, slam
How?
it down.
Why?
Roll a con save with disadvantage for how fast you drank that.
Hell yeah. Alright. First roll's a 19. Second roll
Bucket
was
of rum.
a 15.
I got a 16 on my medicine check, just in case.
That's a 24.
It hits you fucking. Oh wait, 16 on the roll, but it's a 24.
Yeah, it's a 24.
Never mind.
You don't even feel it.
No, he
Fine.
feels it. You have a little bit of a headache coming on, and like you're already feeling a little bit tipsy, but you should be sleeping from what you just did. You should be sleeping and vomiting in your sleep.
Forever.
You should be sleeping and vomiting in your sleep, and you are just like tipsy with a little bit of a headache. And that's how you're starting your excursion here.
Hell yeah, and I beat on my chest a couple times, just let out like a real big burp, and I'm like, now I'm ready to do some shopping.
I can't imagine you're in a better shape to do it now than you were before you did that.
I need
You
you to
don't
not
know
breathe
me
too
very
close
well.
to my tool situation here. I feel like you're kind of flammable, to be honest.
I might be.
You know, that may
Don't,
have given me an idea.
don't.
Just running down like the alleyway. While on fire.
I imagine if fire was involved in Thrag's situation right now, it would make him seem more like a dragon, just coming straight from the heart.
Yeah.
Dragons breathe fire from the heart, right? That seems correct.
I don't think that's biologically how it works, but sure, I guess. Listen,
I
let's
don't know. I never
go.
studied them, but dragons are cool.
No one's arguing that, buddy. Yeah,
Dane,
let's
is
get on the road.
Is the tavern door a push or pull? So.
It's a pull from the inside.
You know he's given that thought.
Yep.
So, so I definitely hop off the bar stool and go to walk out the tavern, definitely not walking in a straight line. And I go to just push the doors open, right? And I would like to make a strength check to see if I actually, push the doors and accidentally break them open.
Strength check with disadvantage because you're tipsy.
Hell yeah. It's an 11.
So Thrag hops off of his stool, makes a beeline for the door, but like a literal beeline where he's just all over the place, and and then finally ends up at the door and just boom, and then falls on his back because he expected it to go outward. It did not. It pushed him, and he fell almost in the same manner that Stephanus did the night before.
And so continues Thrag's troubles with the furniture.
The door furniture?
Actually, that's a very good question. I don't know.
I'd like to imagine everyone
Tangent
just
time, here we
hears.
go.
Everyone just hears.
That was
a
Stephanus.
loud-
Is a door furniture?
I
don't-
imagine everyone in the tavern just hears a thump, a and then just an answer to the question of no, it is a fixture.
The fact that this has already been searched in Google is mildly concerning.
I believe we must also go to bookstore to look up whether door is furniture or fixture.
Yeah, that seems important.
Yes.
Okay. So, you guys make your way out. It shouldn't have been difficult to leave an unlocked tavern, but you made it difficult. But you're now out in front of the Sleeping Turtle. So where in Veermore are you guys headed first?
I want to stop by Dave's, get some, shit to hit shit with and shit to not be hit by other shit with. I imagine he has some of that shit.
Cool. So make your way over into the town hall, or not town hall, the town square, where most of the businesses are kind of centered around, and you see a bit bigger than the one in Ekron, where that was kind of a single story but decently kind of longer stone building. This is a 2-story like stone and with cobblestone areas and like 2 pillars in front. Like, this is a nice Dave's, nicer than actually most of the rest of the businesses in town.
It's like a flagship Dave's.
Kind of. Like Veermore's not a
square Dave's.
Veermore's like an average sized town, and it's not, stuff's not run down or anything, but nothing's particularly, fine crafted or fine architecture or anything. It's very average, and this is like a nice Dave's by comparison to the other buildings around. Also not huge. It's only 2 stories, but that's still a lot of weapon shop. And a much nicer sign above that's actually like stone engraved and not the hand-drawn, hand-painted wood sign from the Dave's in Akron. So you see the sign, Dave's swords and other shit to hit shit with, and then a big double doors
Neither of which are in fact furniture.
Huh. This must be one of the corporate ones. It's really nice. Let's head in there.
Look
So
at
you
all
pop.
these weapons.
Yeah, you pop on in, and there is you see kind of the counter there, and there's an older, more grizzled Dave with kind of a short widow's peak of dark green hair, with two big scars kind of running across his face. Who looks up at you? Oh, hello. How can I help you?
Hi. I was looking for something in the medium armor kind of range.
Sure, we got some stuff. He brings you over to kind of an area on the wall where there's various armor suits. All right, so we got this hide armor. It's made of bear hide, and as well as a few pieces from some other tougher skinned animals. That would
Do
that
like
would.
bears.
We have this. There's a little bit of boar in this. Yeah, good eye. There's a chain shirt right here. We got some scale mail. It's not actual
chain
dragon scales
shirt?
Yeah. It's not actual dragon scales, unfortunately. It's just steel that's meant to look like dragon scales, but it works kind of similarly in terms
They're
of
pretty cool.
yeah, in terms of like the mobility and stuff. We have a breastplate here. That's just gonna be mostly your upper torso and stuff like that. And then we have this.
Breasts.
I see you're a man of culture as well. I appreciate that. And then we have this suit of half plate armor here.
I'm kind of interested in the dragon plate mail situation. What's that? What's if you had to rate it in terms of how well it would protect me, let's just like throw any number on there, you know? What would you call it?
It's as if your like general ability to protect yourself like in a numbers game would increase by like 4. I'm not sure what that is on like a scale of
No,
things.
I like that. That's a good number.
But it feels
Scale
like
mail.
it feels like a 4 to me. Yeah, exactly, like the scale mail.
Love it. Beautiful. I'm into it. Okay. Then how much for that one?
That'll run you 50 gold pieces.
Sounds good. Here you go. And he reaches into his pocket and fumbles around with several different, very well organized coin purses, and pulls out 50 gold. And gives it to him.
Where's the grappling hooks?
I don't really deal in those, but you can get some over at Warren's Wares. It's about a block down the street.
Haha, excellent. Thank you. And I start walking that way.
So you're not getting anything at Dave's? No weapons or armor?
I need grappling hooks. That is it.
Tell me, Dave, do you have any sort of I don't know, enchanted items of any type?
Let's see. Hey, Dave! He yells into the back, and you hear a voice from the back. What? And this guy wants some enchanted stuff. Do we have anything? Do we have anything like special in the back? No, nothing enchanted. We do have some special, uniquely made items, but no magic, unfortunately. I can bring out some of the adamantine and silver stuff if they're interested, though.
Oh,
Would you be interested in some adamantine or silver stuff?
No. This is all this stuff with the crossbows. Is so uncivilized, you know. I prefer just say words and words, to the most important. I just ask because you never know. But regardless, I wish to know, how is your supply right now of weapons cloths?
Kind of low, actually. We don't get too many out here.
Very well. Here is my card. You send out mail. We will get weapons clothes to you. No problem.
I may take you up on that, officer.
Okay, have a good day. I appreciate your warm welcome and all the time you have here for my friend and his kalemale, and we shall be seeing you soon.
Any of the rest of you need anything I can help you with?
No, thank you. I am okay for now.
All right, your dwarf friend already left. So have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope that you don't get hit with shit because of the armor I just sold you. It should be, getting hit by shit proof. And I hope you have a good time hitting shit out in the field.
Is there a
Very
return
comprehensive
policy?
greeting. Thank you.
I've gotten good with words in my old age.
Admirable.
Have good time, Dave.
No, Dave's in the back. I'm Dave.
Oh, forgive me for my goodbye, Dave.
That's my cousin. You're closer.
Oh, you mean Dave?
Yeah, there you go. That's me.
Oh, Dave.
Now you got the
Oh,
right one.
Gotcha. Well, goodbye to Dave. Dave and Dave.
Ragtag is deeply confused.
You hear from the back. Bye, nice gentleman. And younger Dave kind of pokes his head out to wave.
I bow respectfully and leave store.
All right. So Thrag was headed to Warren's Wares to buy a grappling hook. So you walk in to see. Where's the thing on my notes? To see a skinny man, kind of short in his early 50s, standing behind the counter. It's a wooden building, pretty nicely stained. And it's about the same size as the general store that was in Ekron, maybe a little bit bigger, but nicer architecture. The wood's nicer quality and stuff.
I definitely noticed
older gentleman.
I noticed none of that detail. I am solely focused on the front counter and trying to walk in a relatively straight line towards it.
Roll dexterity with disadvantage.
Ooh. 7.
So you think you walked in possibly the straightest line you've ever walked. It looked about the same as you walking to the door of the tavern. So you so you see a straight line going to the counter. You see the man behind the counter kind of like turning his head back and forth. And you're like, I wonder why he's doing that. In reality, he's just following you,
Following my
drifting
path.
around his store. And but yeah, so you approach. Well, hello there. How may I help you?
I need grappling hook.
Oh, I can do that for you. That'll be.
How many do you have?
Oh, let me see right here. Oh, we have 3 in stock for 2 gold pieces apiece.
Yes.
Very well. And he hands
How
you.
much rope you got?
Well, let me see here.
I want the hempen rope, not that cheap shit.
We have 300 feet of hempen rope in here. That would run you 1 gold piece for 50 feet.
I'll take 2.
So you now have 100 feet of hempen rope. As he coils that up for you, wraps it up with a proper knot on the top, and hands you that with the grappling hooks.
That ran me how much in total?
That would have
6
been
for the-
8 gold pieces.
Yes.
And here I can, because you're in there, I know you're not looking for any of the rest of it, but in case the rest of you are following in there, I will paste the rest of his inventory in our Discord.
Excellent. Sweet.
Cool. So at this point, the rest of you walk in, much less of a stumble in than Thrag had. So you all walk in to also see this older man behind the counter with this kind of short, messy brown hair that's brushed back and mutton chops. Wearing like a fine tunic, like you wanted to look nice for work, but the sleeves are kind of messily rolled up.
Hey, I'll take a bag of those ball bearings.
Oh, sure. Moment. Well, that'll just be 1 gold piece. And he
Thank
hands
you.
that out to you. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh, that's all I need.
And what about you, fine gentleman? He said, looks at Galadh.
No, I don't particularly see anything I need at the moment. Well, actually, no. Now that I look, you do have a flask. Could I perhaps buy that?
Well, absolutely. 2 copper pieces. Hands the flask.
All right. And I think that will be all.
Now, you all look like adventurers. I happen to have something I think may benefit all of you a little bit more than some of the common folk around here. And he pulls out 2 stones that have this kind of faint silvery blue glow to them that Nikita, you recognize, and Ragtag recognize as arc stones, which are used for enchanting and recharging enchanted items.
Okay.
How much do you want for these arc stones?
Well, they are rather rare, but I think you may get some good use out of them. They're 150 gold each, but if you buy both, I would be willing to part with them for 250 for the pair.
I will give you 200. Because when will be the next time you will sell?
Well, we do get adventurers from time to time. It's not impossible for me to sell these.
I offered you 200. We take them both now.
Roll persuasion.
Four.
I'm sorry, it's not every day I sell things like these, but it's not never, so I'm already giving you a deal by taking 50 gold pieces off the price for the pair.
Let's
Very well.
I'll split it with you, Nikita, if you wanna. I'll put in 125 and I'll take 1, you take 1.
He's ripping us off. He thinks we are small town people. But very well, if you wish to.
Okay. I am small town people. Yeah.
This is true. Nikita's just slightly embarrassed after he says that. Just slightly, like a little bit. Very well, we will split. You will pay 200, I will pay 50, no problem.
Wait. No. He pulls out 125 gold and puts it on the counter.
All right. So you get your things from Warren's Wares. Were there any other shops in Veermore that you wanted to go to?
All that jumped out at me.
We do not go to food store?
Oh, that's right. So
Yeah.
yes, you can make your way over, and you see why they call it the fish market. It is a riverside town. The fishing industry here is pretty big. So most of the fresh food market is seafood, but there is kind of a section, maybe 20% of it, that's farmers market that has fresh produce. Is there anything in particular you are looking for?
I'm going to be looking for the stuff to mix up a little potion of making us nauseous or whatever. Something
Especially
I can
with
just, like spike drinks with or something.
especially with fish there, I'm going to say that is very easy. And again, you could find,
Yeah.
I'll say deduct 3 copper and whatever those materials would be to just make someone nauseous, you got them.
Cool.
Nikita, what was it that you were searching for in the farmer's market?
Do you have any cabbage?
You walk up to you walk up to a stand where there's a crate of cabbage. Look at it and look up at them and ask that, and they just look back at the cabbage and look back up at you. Yes.
Okay, I will take. How many of you would like cabbage?
I'm
Anyone
good, I
cabbage?
think.
I will make cabbage. Cabbage gives me a little bit of tummy ache. I feel like maybe it will help.
Wait.
I love cabbage.
I going to use cabbage because it gives me a little bit of tummy ache.
Oh, I
in order
see.
to
Right, you're
help.
intentionally trying to create. No, sorry, I'm good.
Yes. Okay. Most
I'll
of
leave
this
that
cabbage.
to Galadh here. He seems like
Most of this cabbage look pretty dirty. I will take the dirtiest one you have to should not be hard. Considering we are in small town. I doubt you clean very well here. So I will take that one. Actually, if you spit on it out of insult, it might make me even sicker, which would make it even better. So, I will take that one.
All right. That'll be a gold piece.
A gold? Know what? Forget. I'm not paying 1 gold for cabbage. Do you think me idiot? Very well. Goodbye.
Do you think me a bad farmer?
Let us go. We will be fine with potion.
I walk over, slap a freaking gold piece right into his hand. Give me that cabbage!
He gives you like 10 heads of cabbage for a gold piece. Says,
And I'm
I was just
carrying
upcharging him for being a prick.
them. I like you. And I just walk away with 10 cabbages in my hand.
See, it worked like charm.
Oh, I should probably roll for dexterity to see if I drop them. I'm definitely dropping these.
What's the total
'Cause
dex?
That's a 6. I rolled a natural 20, but I'm guessing disadvantage. So that's
So in the voice of the cart owner in Avatar: The Last Airbender, my cabbages is Thrag walking down the street right now as you just see 10 cabbages just rolling around on the floor, and Thrag scrambling to try and get them back up.
Finally, a reference I understand.
I pick up 1 cabbage and I just walk away. I do not help with the rest.
Do I see him do it, Dane?
Yeah, he wasn't being. They weren't being subtle.
I would like to roll to throw a cabbage at them.
Okay, roll attack. Roll natural. Roll a d20 and add your dex modifier.
Disadvantage or no?
Absolutely.
Okay. Nine.
Nikita, does 9 hit you?
No.
Ragtag, hang on. I'm gonna roll a dex check also.
Oh boy.
And with a 18, can Ragtag throw 8 ball to catch the cabbage in the air on its way to Nikita?
Ooh. Yes. But now you need to roll a dex check for 8 ball
For 8
to
ball,
try
sure.
and catch the
Sure.
cabbage.
I rolled a floor.
That's my favorite
Natural.
number.
Natural carpet. 18.
Okay, so you just chuck 8 ball.
Beautiful.
It collides from a perpendicular angle, and 8 ball just the limbs like were retracted and just out
Yep.
around the cabbage and straight down onto the ground, and then
Why
8 ball
is
just
the
kinda jumps up next to
artificer-
it and starts doing a dance.
Why is the Artificer the best person at throwing things in our entire party? Every time.
I
You
coached
throw
the Little League
something.
team in my town.
You know,
You
I
just see
really
8 ball just kind of zoom through the air like, and then catch it in midair and thump on the ground and roll away with the cabbage.
and I like to imagine when you're coaching Little League, you had, instead of a bat, you had just a big wrench.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Comically oversized
Yes.
wrench.
Yep.
Batter up!
I don't think there is anything that I needed more in my life than to hear Ragtag say, "Batter up."
Batter up.
Uh,
All right.
I'll
So,
say it.
Oh,
were there any more stops you guys were looking to make?
Um,
where do we think we could find enchanted items?
You get the feeling enchanted items isn't something that's very easy to come by in smaller towns. That you're from Xerath. You could fucking trip over enchanted items in Xerath. And there are plenty of bigger cities with a lot more commerce in Midfall. You just happen to have been in 2 towns in a row that are not those cities.
I mean, what are you trying to make happen? I'm the enchanty dude around here. What are we looking for?
I see that you are preparing for battle. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And you have little faith in us as group in great mastermind idea, and so be it. But I was perhaps having some form of protection, maybe a little bit extra, something that maybe I could find. I don't know what it is that I'm looking for, but I knew I would find it if I was looking. You understand?
I guess.
So that's all I ask. But I guess we have these arc stones now. So
We do. Listen. All right. Hang on. Is Nikita wearing armor?
no, I do not wear armor.
Okay, never mind. I could enchant armor to make it better, but you got kind of all natural there, so no.
I wouldn't mind having some enchanted armor.
You wearing armor?
I am,
Okay.
yes.
If I have arc stone, I could sell to you for 200 gold if you like.
No. No, we've been over this. And then
We have not been over anything.
Ragtag goes behind Galadh with his wrench and seems to be turning some screws of some kind, even though there's definitely not screws back there. And you feel just kind of like the armor just kind of fits a little better or something, and it's just kind of got a little more oomph to it. And you have +1 to your AC while wearing it.
All right, excellent. Let me go fix that wherever that is.
If I gave you a cabbage, could you do that to mine too?
I mean, theoretically, but are you wearing the cabbage?
No.
Is a cabbage armor? Is a door furniture? These are the questions we have, people.
Is a bucket of rum in the morning a good idea?
No, we
Oh,
know
it
that
is.
one.
I'm mad Stephanus went to the bank. So, so I take it you guys are... Yeah, so what are you guys actually doing next?
I meant, is he enchanting my armor?
Oh. Ragtag, are you enchanting Thrag's armor?
Yes.
In exchange for a cabbage.
Oh, no, sorry. I can only do that to one person, one thing at a time.
Ah.
Yeah, I kind of only have one of those, and he seems like he needs it more than you do. Considering let's go with a horse tranquilizing level of alcohol didn't seem to do anything to you. Feel like you're good, you know?
Ah, I love the compliment. Here, you can have a cabbage anyway.
Thanks.
And I just make a comical bite, like a comically large bite into a cabbage.
Oh,
just
God.
like half the cabbage head is just gone.
It's an anime bite.
Yeah.
So, after Thrag eats half of a cabbage, doesn't get his armor enchanted, and you guys finish up in the fish and farmers market, you guys, what are you doing next?
So we're going. Can we go over the plan one more time? We're gonna go in, and first off, we're like away from everybody else, right? Because I feel like Howling Banshees have moles in literally every corner.
I mean, you guys, I'm asking this as you guys are just leaving the fish market,
If-
which is
Gotcha.
pretty much in the town square. So you guys are very much still outside right now.
Really quickly, Ragtag, let us go back to our rooms, and then we will speak in our rooms in privacy.
And we do need
Yeah.
to
Also, we
loop
should be alone when we
Anna.
talk. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
and we do need to loop Anna in on this as well.
Oh my God, Hannah again with this one. Very well, we will.
Do
bring
we
her in
have
the
to
play.
though? I'm just saying, the less cooks in the kitchen.
Well,
I will
think
have to.
at the very least she needs to know that the Howling Banshees are here.
That's fair.
We tell her that, but we do not tell her of sickness. She could,
Yeah,
be
we
bad
tell her the
actress.
situation, not the plan.
You know what?
I'm good with that.
Actually, you know what? We tell her too because she's so good at making other people cry about her sad story that maybe she hear same sad story and make other men cry.
That's pretty good.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Very well.
As you guys turn to start heading back to the Sleeping Turtle, you
Roll
are
initiative.
no.
No, we're just dead. Rocks fall.
no,
everyone
you're-
dies.
You're approached by a young town guard, who this kind of like almost squirrely dude who maybe like 20, looks like the new guy in the block, who's just kind of like your guys are being summoned. Something's happened. We need you back at the Eastern Guard Tower.
Spit it out. Spit it out.
I don't know. I was just sent to retrieve you. The captain wishes to speak with you.
Very well.
Okay.
Off we go, and on the way, I'd like to cast Magic Stone on some little pebbles, so I have that ready to go.
Okay, sure. So it takes 15, 20 minutes to walk from this middle of town back to the East Garden Tower, which you guys are pulling up. And unlike last time that you were there, or rather only two of you were there, there are no guards outside this time. Instead, you see the doorway slightly ajar, and as you're approaching, you hear voices inside. I don't normally work in the Eastern one. They just told me to bring you here. I'm going to get back to my posts. I assume the captain's inside. But goodbye. And then kind of awkwardly walks off.
Okie doke. That was weird.
I don't like it.
Well,
As I finish off ahead of
we
time.
should go in no matter what. We have been summoned.
Which, as you guys are saying that, you hear a louder voice from inside just go, "Oh, fuck!"
Maybe he ate one of those cabbages.
Maybe he needs a cabbage. And I go
Nobody
up to the
needs a
door
cabbage.
and kick it in.
It
We've
opens
got
out.
cabbages!
It's a pull in this situation.
God damn it, Thrag!
So you kick the door closed.
Ah, my leg!
It was like maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches open, and you just kicked it closed, essentially.
It is pull. It is use your hands.
They need to label these doors.
It was hanging open slightly. It was obvious which way it went. Which makes it
Doesn't
even
anybody take
better
into
that Thrag
consideration
didn't
that
know.
they drink a bucket of rum in the morning?
So as you pull the door open this time and enter, you see a group of guardsmen inspecting the bodies of 8 dead soldiers on the ground.
Oh, jeez.
In slightly more decorated armor in the back of the room, you see a woman in her late 30s, about 5'8", with short black hair, longer bangs that are neatly combed over to the side, who looks up at you with the piercing blue eyes and just says, "Well, you must be the fuckers that Aslan warned me about."
Yeah, what the hell happened here?
They died.
Yeah, but how? What? When?
Would you like a cabbage?
Are we surprised by what's happening here? Cabbage?
And I just hold out a hand with a cabbage.
Ragtag slaps him.
She doesn't take it nor reciprocate at what could also be potentially read as a handshake. She says, I'm Captain Andrina. It was appear whatever feud you're wrapped up in is turning quite ugly. I'm in charge of the West Tower. My men have been spread thin across the town, helping people recover from yesterday's attack, and now we've lost a battalion of our soldiers, bringing available guard down to a skeleton crew. Whoever did this left a message for you. Follow me. And she starts to go up the staircase that's in the back of the room and begins to lead you up a series of staircases to the 4th floor of the tower and into one of the larger rooms in the tower. Inside's fairly large. You gather by the decor that this would be the captain's quarters. The floor is soaked in blood, and you see Captain Olson, who you spoke with last night. You see his headless body on the ground with his back propped up against the wall. A few feet above his body, his head is impaled into the wall with a javelin through the mouth.
Oh, no.
Excuse me, Galadh, I do not think that I am going to need potion. I believe I'm going to be sick right now.
Yeah, that works.
Yes.
Now, I don't believe that you all did this, but I believe you were all involved in whatever happened with this. But this is for you. She gestures to a piece of parchment that's stuck into the wall with a dart.
Ragtag walks over and reads it.
So you pick it up, and it reads, "Sorry about all this. Business is business. You told them about us and wanted to set up an ambush. I made sure they never got a chance to tell the town leadership. You know where I'll be waiting, and I hope that stays between us. I have eyes and ears everywhere, and it would be a shame if more people had to die because you got them involved. As long as you make the choice on your own and come out and face me yourselves, no one else needs to get hurt. The outcome is in your hands. Choose wisely."
Wow.
Okay. That was heavy.
She pipes in. He used a sending stone to tell me that if I saw you in town, I should keep an eye on you. He didn't say why, just that you all weren't to leave town, and you were bringing a headache his way. Not sure he meant it so literally. It seems what he knew got him and his men killed. He's been captain of the guard here for 15 years. The man could handle himself in a fight. Whoever did this, it scares me that they could do more. As of right now, it would seem you're all the only ones who know who and where the killers are. As a fellow soldier, I'd like to know where so I can go avenge my friend, but as captain of the guard and now standing captain of all the town guard of Viramore, my duty to protect my people outweighs what I want. And I know how thinly spread we are, and anyone capable of doing this could do much worse in the state we're in. Is this something you think your group can handle on your own?
Honestly, not sure, but I guess we'll try.
I don't know anything.
At the very least, we plan on not getting you involved.
Yeah,
More
we're,
than you unfortunately already
we're-
are.
We're really sorry about all this.
This is not what we expected to be dealing with at the moment.
Well, I don't think I'll be following the suggestion to keep you from leaving Viramore. It seems that might be the best for now. But without involving me in this, can you at least tell me what if there's anything else I should expect?
Death?
Probably not good things, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna go with death.
Don't lose your head about it.
But literally. No, we're gonna take care of this. We're gonna try really hard not to let any more harm come to this town, because that's I mean, I don't know us that well yet, but that doesn't seem to be our thing. All right, guys, let's head back to the inn, talk this over.
Very well. I'd say if you need anything, reach out to the guard, but at this point,
Nope.
I'm not sure we'd be of much help. Just try your best to deal with this as quickly and as far away from this place as possible.
Yeah.
Dismissed.
Dismissed. missed. What am I, a soul? Very well. We will go.
On
Talking
our
to
way
the
out
rock.
the door, I look one more time at her, shrug, and still hold out another cabbage again. Hey, are you sure?
I feel like it's not an
I'm
appropriate time
just
for
gonna-
cabbage. Okay.
I'm
Is this
just
a
gonna
fetish for
I'm-
you?
I'm just gonna bonk him on
No, I
the
just
back of the
love
head.
cabbages.
Yeah, I'm bonking him on the back of my head, or back of his head with my
What?
staff.
I'm trying to be nice.
Strange to be pushy with cabbages. I suppose there's worse things you could be pushy about, but it's not common. Get out of here.
Okay. I take a bite of the cabbage.
So you Thrag snacking on cabbages on the way back to the Sleeping Turtle. You guys get back there. At this point, Hannah is sitting at the bar chatting with the barkeep, and they see you come in. Hannah waves. The barkeep looks a bit stressed at seeing Thrag.
As she should.
What are you guys doing?
I don't know why you are smiling. Well, I would also be smiling if I had known that 8 men had died for me to live, but it'd be the way that it is, I
Jesus.
suppose.
Ah,
Yeah.
don't listen to the cat. Here, have a cabbage, Anna.
She takes the cabbage, but like without really paying attention to Thrag. Like you just handed it to her, and she just like took it without thinking, but just said, "What do you mean 8 men died for me to live?"
And don't worry about it. You won't care anyways. We have things to discuss.
So we
I
should,
care.
We should be discussing this in private.
Very well.
Shall we go to one of our rooms?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys go upstairs, and whose room you settling in?
Whichever
Ragtag's.
one seems like it's the furthest away from people, probably.
It's kind of a hallway with rooms on either side. It wouldn't make a huge difference in terms
Okay.
of distance.
Let's go into
Um,
my room. I need somewhere to keep all my cabbages.
Hey, Ragtag, could you put your little guy outside to keep eye to make sure nobody is coming up here to listen in on us?
Yeah, I guess I'm good with that. Here you go, little buddy. He just kind of drops him outside the door and closes it.
Cool. So you guys are now in Thrag's room, where the keg is already tapped, and the cabbages are now not neatly put on the floor, but on the floor.
That tracks.
You're probably down to 7 cabbages by now.
Probably.
All right.
Um,
So what the fuck are you talking about that 8 people died?
So, after you went upstairs last night, we had a bit of an encounter. It seems the Howling Banshees are already in town.
Fuck.
You already were.
They have given us an ultimatum. Either we join them, or they kill us all.
That sounds like
And-
Goran.
And to further illustrate the point, before we had known that they were in town, we had let the guards know that they would be on their way. 8 of the guards are now dead, including the guard captain. So we have yet more blood on our hands.
There's a cycle of that with people like him. You get used to it and stops seeming like as much of a big deal until you meet someone who helps shake you back into reality. So what are you going to do?
Personally, I'd love to beat the shit out of him.
I was gonna say, how could we take him? I feel like, I mean,
I'm
we
not
just killed a
sure.
giant spider demon. I feel like we could take him. He's just a dude, right?
Well,
Let me fight him mano a mano.
it's not so much the singular person that I am concerned about.
Yeah, but if we could get him
As-
like alone, you know?
Well, no, I think we could take him alone. What I'm more concerned about is the group as a whole. As he said, they have factions all throughout Midfall. And as I suspect we will be spending quite a bit of time here on our other mission, they will likely be a recurring issue.
Is he in charge of the whole Howling Banshees thing, or just a local chapter, you know?
No, he's the head of this faction.
Okay.
Now,
Didn't he say something about talking to other factions, though?
and presumably he has already let the others know who we are, where we are.
There's a
And that-
network.
and that-
There's a few other faction leaders that he has immediate contact with. I'm sure he's already let them know, just to make sure that you guys don't get too far. Anything farther than that, you're not to sound insulting. You're not important enough for the real inner circle of the Howling Banshees to know about. Not yet. You could be if you were enough of a problem, but if you were able to take him out, it would be hard for you to show your faces in this corner of the kingdom.
I'm guessing this isn't like a we kill him and then we become like in charge of the Howling Banshees. That's not how this works.
If you kill him, you'll have about 4 of the factions after you almost immediately, but they'll only go so far. It's if you start being too much of a nuisance and killing too many of them, the inner circle get involved, and well, then you won't be able to shut your eyes anywhere in the kingdom.
It seems like Hydra situation. Cut off one head and 5 will replace it.
The hell's a Hydra?
It's a...
Greg would know what a
What do you think?
Hydra is. Hydras exist in this world.
I live under a very big rock.
Mountain is big rock, so he's not wrong. Hydra
But
is
here's the
creature
thing:
that when you
he would
chop
have
off
told
heads-
told
more-
the other faction leaders, but it's the rest of this faction that you'll have to worry about if you kill him and you don't get away in time. They're the ones who will spread the information. You'd have to kill the whole faction. If you got rid of
How-
all of them, then they wouldn't be able to spread enough information on who did it. There would be more banshees to come take their place eventually, but you'd be able to get away almost anonymously. Sure, 1 or 2 folk might know of you, but not enough to do anything about it. Not really. It's only once you start really killing a lot of them that the inner circle will get involved.
And
And
how
them
many
you
people
do not want anything to do with.
And how many people will it be in fiction that we have right now? There is you, there is him, and maybe at least 2 other guys. Well, there was like 6 dudes last night, so let's say 7.
Some faction members come and go between the factions depending on where they're stationed for their routes. Some of them might be closer to one another, so that we go between bases once in a while. There tend to be between 10 and 15 men in a faction at any given time. You killed 3 of us, and I'm gone from them, so I wouldn't guess more than 12 that he'd have with him right now. It hasn't. If he's already here, then he hasn't taken the time to get more men than he already had.
It's about 11 people. And they are 11 trained killers, right? And there's 4 of us. And I will be honest, I am not big fancy man with big armor throwing stuff around. And neither is
No,
Galadh
we're-
over here.
We're pretty entry level right now.
All right, I'll take
All right.
it. You guys take what?
Nope.
It'll
Let's
be
go with
fine.
let's go with the deception thing we had planned. I'm coming around to that.
Let's not worry about that right now. We're going to have a little bit of an inner circle as you guys have talk right now. So Hannah, if you could please get out.
She looks at Galadh, rolls her eyes, and gets up and leaves.
The less she knows, the better for her.
Very well. What help do you need in preparing these potions right now, Galadh?
Not particularly much. This is something I can just sort of do fairly quickly.
Hear me out. What if we just leave Midfall?
Have you forgotten why we're here?
Ah, fuck it. We can always find other work outside of Midfall.
I would still very much like to know just who is playing me for the fool. Whether that is Bennett
I think it
lying
was
to me,
Nikita.
or, as I suspect, Nikita.
Well,
They'll be the foolish ones thinking that we're coming back to save them. We could start whole new lives out in the freelands.
not wrong.
Unless we have that sickness.
Yes, and then we will be plague rat.
Yeah.
And I, for one, do not wish to be plague rat.
Nope. So, let's start with make the potions. We got our whole game plan together. We're gonna go in there. Who's doing the talking on this one?
If we're not fighting, don't let me talk.
That's
I
fair.
believe Galadh knows most about sickness, and I will talk with him quite a bit as well. So between the two of us, we should be able to, get out of this situation.
Okay. I'm good with that.
What is name of sickness, by the way, Galadh?
I was not told.
I was
just-
not told. That's quite an interesting disease name.
Let's pick a real scary one. The
Dopasiconosis.
okay.
Dope sick noses. I love it.
I don't know how to respond to that. I don't believe that is particularly believable.
Okay, give me other one.
Blood nuts.
I like where your head is at with these nuts idea. But
There it is. Good setup. Well played. You did it. Job done. Up the counter.
Hear me out. We tell him we have up dog.
What's up, dog?
I'm sorry, he's not in the room, but you hear Stephanos' voice. What's up, dog?
Nothing much. What's up with you?
You say that and he falls down the stairs. Why are these so tricky? Sorry, none of that actually happened. He's not in the room. But
No, yeah, same.
Let's see. What if we call it orc fever?
So, the sickness seemed to be paralyzing the town.
In fear?
Dungeon Master, would I know of any similar sicknesses that would paralyze as a symptom? History check, medicine check.
typically paralysis would come from some kind of, nerve shock that's preventing, preventing signals from getting to the part of the body that is paralyzed to make it move, or some kind of other, like locking of the bone or something like that. It's mostly physical ailments that clerics should be able to heal. So this seemed to be some kind of magical or spiritual ailment that was causing their bodies to have that kind of shutdown, and that the
Lich
clerics were
bone.
unable to do anything about.
Lich bone.
I like it.
Yes, I like that.
Very well. We have lich bone.
All right. So we go in. We explain that we will join them. However, not quite yet. Not until we have retrieved the rod. Explain that we need to, as we may be carriers of this lich bone. And then play it by ear from there. So if they let us continue on our way, we can presume we're being followed. If they don't, what is the backup plan?
I smashed his fucking head in.
Yeah, murder seems like the backup plan. It usually is.
I have idea. Very quickly. What if I do illusion of his captain friend showing up behind us to maybe freak him out?
I like the illusions, but sometimes if they're too unbelievable, it can kind of, ruin the whole thing. I don't know.
Sometimes simple is better.
Okay, just throwing it out there, get spitballing, if you will.
Yes. Now, we don't know exactly what they have in the way of party
Muscles, they
members.
have-
If they have some kind of a wizard or something who could dispel the magic, they may just immediately use that to make sure we're not casting any illusions or anything of the sort. I believe I've heard tell of some form of anti-magic stone or something. Just a legend or a tale. I don't know if they actually exist. But I suppose dispel magic could be cast upon one. So there could just effectively be some kind of anti-magic field. So I think we try and do this without magic until it is absolutely needed.
I'm good with that.
Okay, very well. We shall do that. So, are we supposed to meet them this evening? Am I correct?
He had said
It was
you guys can kind of
before we leave
take
the town.
I was gonna say you can take as long in Viramore as you want. It's just once you leave Viramore, he's gonna be there.
I don't believe
He
we have much
didn't
left.
give us any time limit. What if we just make lives here?
I don't think that's the worst idea.
I have certainly heard worse ideas.
Like bloody nuts.
I suspect, however, there is some form of time limit. Be that a week, a month,
No,
a year.
no. He said take as long as we needed to think about it. I could make a whole new mine right underneath the town.
Now that may not be a bad idea. If we could...
Are you saying you want me to dig us out of here? And then you just see a very big gleam from his face. He just smiles, a sparkle in his
The
eye.
pickaxe is already out. It was not previously in his hand.
That might not be the worst idea. Now, we would, of course, have to be very careful of their spies. They seem to be everywhere. However,
I'd like to see them underground.
how long do you think it would take?
Depends. How much booze could you guys provide me with?
Apparently endless.
I pull out the lavender ale that I'd been brewing for the last like 5 days. Does that sound about right?
Needs
not quite.
about another 5 days before that's ready to go.
In about 5 or 6 days, this will be all yours, and whatever else we can get from downstairs.
I don't know how long that's going to take. Quite a while.
I suspect it might, but maybe we should see if there's any pre-existing, I don't know, cellar or small mine or anything of the sort. But again, we would have to be very, very
Roll a
careful.
wisdom check.
Oh boy, can't wait to fail this one. Oh boy, 12.
I will also allow Ragtag and Nikita to make wisdom checks.
I want to assist them
9.
by making very awesome strongman poses, just showing off my muscles, trying to make them decide towards it.
Like a
I'm sorry,
sexy
what-
bard trying to give inspiration.
If you guys have ever seen Full Metal Alchemist, I am Major. Oh God, what's his name? I
Armstrong.
can't think of it. Yes,
Yes.
Major Armstrong.
Yes.
Except
Full Metal
Armstrong is
Alchemist.
like 8 feet tall, and you are like 4 foot something.
Yes, but I still have gleaming muscles.
So you're saying the scale is in favor of Thrag?
So what were all the rolls?
9.
Okay. Ragtag?
19.
19. So Ragtag, the Formians had to come from somewhere.
Right. So giant ants don't just appear in a city. Can we figure out where they came from?
Great idea, Ragtag. Oh,
Yeah.
this is going to be
There
fun.
we go.
Let's head to is there like a I don't know, I guess
This
who would
must stay between the four of us, though.
Yeah. Oh jeez. I don't want to go back to the guards and get them all messed up again.
Godslayers. We find Godslayers.
That's good. Are they still around?
From what I remember, no, they are not.
Okay.
Well, people
Or-
don't know if they're around or not because they kind of like pieced it from being out and about from after that. But you assume they're in town for a reason.
Okay.
They didn't disclose what that was, but
They're obviously not here at this bar. We would have seen them. They would have said something. You see something, you say something. But maybe other bar. Maybe they are on a bit of tighter purse than we are. God slaying is not very. I don't know how much money gods have.
Seems
Maybe
like
they
it
are-
pays pretty well.
I don't know. The gods seem like they're above material possessions. They might not have a lot to lose.
Not a lot of loot, yeah.
I don't think they're gods. They kill them. I don't think it's an employment situation.
No, God slay when they kill gods.
Oh, I
They
see.
loot
The
gods.
reward.
Why would-
Hmm.
Magical items maybe.
Gods
Regardless,
have no need for material wealth.
Right. Got it.
yes, they are above. They are more sentient beings. Okay, let's go to other bar. Maybe they are there.
Okay. Let's head on over.
all right. So you guys leave. Hannah kind of she has a mug. She's day drinking. And you head down to the Merciful Barrel, which kind of the south, or I'm sorry, the northwestern side. Or no, you're on the northwestern side of town. I switched my ends in my head. So the northeastern side of town, on over to the Merciful Barrel, which is a nice single floor wooden building painted golds and reds, with a clay statue of a keg tipped over and pouring out next to the door. It's
Is it
small.
pouring out real booze?
No, it's a statue of it pouring out
Ah,
food.
the bastards.
Don't drink that.
It's small, and by this time, Thrag, you're not so tipsy anymore. Enough time has passed.
I've been eating cabbages. They're like 80% water.
So you go in, and it's a smaller place than the Sleeping Turtle, but the bar is bigger, and the regulars are already seated. Seems less bed and breakfasty and more, party bar.
I bust in the door, and I
Which
announce,
it is a push this time.
We
so you
really
kick
need
the door,
to teach
and
him
it
how to
goes
use
the-
those.
I did it!
No, he did it. He kicked it, and it went in. It went the right way.
And I just take my finger and start pointing it to everybody on the bar, and I say, I challenge any of you to a drink off.
You see it?
No.
A couple. It's mostly like old beer gut, like regulars. And a couple of them look at each other. You hear some murmurs, and yeah, all right, sure.
Bring out the keg.
No, not right now. We got business to do. Maybe later.
You guys take care of business. I'm going to take care of this business.
Oh God.
Wild
All right.
card, baby.
Ragtag's gonna look around and see if he notices any of the Godslayers from before.
You don't see them in the room. There's about 8 people in here, and it's only about 3 p.m. at this point, maybe 4. So it's the fact that there's already 8 people. You can tell, like, okay, yeah, this is a lifestyle in this place. Behind the bar is a young draconian woman, about 5'3", long, like a longer, wavy, reddish brown bob. She's got dark orangey gold eyes, golden tan skin, and rolled up sleeves that show her traditional draconic tattoos down her right arm and onto her hand. So, what can I get for you?
I will have your finest glass of water, please.
She pours 2 glasses of water from the same pitcher and just goes, which one do you like better?
Which one would you drink?
You can have this one.
I want that one.
Good. She hands you the other
I will
one.
keep both.
Fine by me. What about the rest of you?
What time?
I'm
is
good,
it?
I
The
think.
afternoon.
Yeah, it's about
Um,
4 p.m. or so.
Do you have any tea?
I could go for a tea. That sounds good.
They might have tea over at the Sleeping Turtle.
Well, we've just come from there. Okay.
I have hard iced tea.
You know
Mike's?
what? Close enough.
That's
Yeah, I
lemon
guess.
juice. So she pours some hard iced tea.
Did it happen to come from a generally long island?
It
We
beats me.
shall
I pay
ignore that.
I pay more attention to the imports of the alcohol. So,
Yeah, very well.
what brings you in this early? You're not regulars.
I need a keg.
We were looking for those heroes who stopped by the other night and saved the town. We want to thank them.
Oh yeah, them. They stayed here last night, she says as she slams a keg onto the table that she just had behind the bar. It's tapping it. They went out first thing in the morning, but they paid for a second night, so they'll be back.
Nice. Glad to hear it.
Do
Well,
you know where they left to?
Godslayers, they don't say very much. Feel free to
Yeah.
hang out until they get back if you're looking for them.
You have food here?
Some.
Wow, informative.
I don't suppose you happen to have pork roll here, do you?
It's cheap enough, so yes, I have a little bit in the back.
Excellent. I will have a pork roll sandwich then, please.
Coming right up. And you?
I will take potatoes, eggs, and bacon.
Sure.
Do you
Gee.
put peppers in your eggs? I mean, in your potatoes?
Not usually, but I can see if I have some growing in the back.
Wonderful. I will be expecting that, and I will wait here with my water until you return.
Can you make a waffle?
Sorry, you're at the wrong place for that.
All right, I'm good.
I pick the keg up off the bar and I say, "Got any cabbages back there?"
He's real into cabbages today. I don't know what it is.
I get to say you get the cravings sometimes, but I have a couple. Yeah, they're easy enough to find.
Yeah, just bring one or two over to my table, please. And I
Want
go
some-
over.
Do you want some corned beef with it?
Nah, just the cabbages.
All right.
And I slam down the keg on one of the tables and I just say, "Who's first?"
A couple of the older folk come and sit at your table and look kind of excited that you're actually doing it from a keg and not just gonna be ordering from the bar consistently. That this gets to be a bit more
bucket.
consistent of a situation. The rest of you, now you're kind of settling in. The only other person aside from the couple regulars at the bar, you notice one guy in the corner who's kind of flipping through some cards. And there's a case of dice out on the table in front of him. An Ajakan man, late 60s, salt and pepper beard, some colorful robes of oranges, greens, reds, golds, and this wide-brimmed hat. That was why you kind of didn't see him before. It was covering his face, and it's a little darker. That's kind of flipped up on the right side and flipped down on the left side. Real big brim, cardinal feather in it.
That's a look.
You ever feel like you found a side quest?
Jacken, come have seat with us.
Oh, I am comfortable where I am sitting, but if you would like to come and join me, you can feel free.
Okay, never mind. Making me get up.
You guys
If
just
you
hear
choose
from
to
the-
come and join me, my name is Usem, not Ajakin.
Usem?
Usem.
Usem. Very well. Have glass of water, Usem.
I'm okay. And he holds up a glass bottle that you recognize it's kind of a common rum, but he's just drinking it straight from the bottle.
Look, you have Buddy to drink with. Usem, rum bottle cracker. No, Kegbuster. Close enough.
Are you pointing at me? Because I'm like 2 tables over, guy.
All right, so
Oh,
Thrag,
that's right.
you pour around from the keg.
No. I don't just pour around. I go 1, 2, 3. Time to bust the keg, and I just open it, fill up like 4 tankards, and just slide them on down.
Okay, so it's
Let's
you.
drink.
It's you and 2 old regulars. Do any of the other 3 of you want to get in on this?
No, I'm good.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. They've seen too
Dean,
much.
you can probably shift this to some more intense music.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you guys go to pound this. So a series of con saves.
Oh yeah, here we go. I'm ready. Am I rolling right now?
Yep.
Okay. Oh god, that's the worst one I've made so far. 14.
It's okay. It's just ale.
Yeah.
So you're good. You all down it, slam it back down. All 3 of you fine.
Yeah.
Going for the next round.
All right, here we go. That's better. 23.
Cool. So you're all going. You're chugging, and one of the guys and chokes a little bit, and then spits some of it out. And just nope, never mind. No, not today. And kind of coughing it off, and makes his way back to the bar. So now it's just you and the last guy sitting there. Next.
another round. Uh-oh. 13.
Ooh.
Okay. So you're knocking this one back. You've just pounded 3 in a fairly short period of time, only about half an hour after you stopped being tipsy from drinking a bucket of rum. So you're starting to feel that tipsiness come back. You're okay for now. The other guy's still going strong. Next round.
Natural 20, baby.
Okay.
29.
So you down this one. You're good. The guy across from you can see he's starting to blush a little bit from this round. Next round.
$22.
Okay. Both of you slam this one down. Slam the tankards back down. He's still going.
I've had a good challenge this time. Yeah.
All right. So you fill up the next one.
22.
22. So you're starting to feel tipsy, but you're not done yet. But neither is he, because he also rolled a 22. This guy's rolling really well. Okay, next round.
19.
Okay. Both you and him, this round, you see some swaying starts to happen. So the rest of you watching, both Thrag and this kind of old beer-gutted, bald on top gentleman across from him are like slam the tankard down, and their bodies kind of swirl after they do so. One more round.
$26.
All right. So you finish this last one, slam it down. You feel like you're trashed. This has probably been going on for about 20 minutes at this point, and you are thoroughly drunk. That was what? Like, I wasn't actually keeping track of the number of rounds. That was like 8 or 9, probably.
Yeah, that was. I think that was about 8.
In 20 minutes. He slams his down, just says, "You're pretty good at the," and then falls off the table, and then loudly snoring on the ground.
Another win for the Kegbuster.
Ragtag's
Yeah.
like very gingerly golf clapping, but slightly disgusted.
But then you go to get up and the whole room spins, and you're like, why is it doing that?
Put me on a merry-go-round.
All right, you can switch back to town or tavern music.
I would like to make a dexterity roll to see if I fall.
Sure.
Yeah.
Disadvantage because you're drunk as shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Dean, you can switch back to town or tavern music.
That's a 9.
So yeah, Thrag goes to get up out of his chair. The room spins. He spins too. You're like, it's crazy that the ceiling's in front of me now. Like, that doesn't physically seem to make sense. The logistics don't line up, and the rest of you just saw the twirl as he fell. But at this point, the door opens while Thrag is on the ground, and you see the Godslayers walk in, dirt and mud on their armor. The human in the robes waves his hand a few times while muttering an incantation, and what appear to be small sparks crackle all over the 4 of them as they all suddenly become clean. Nikita and Ragtag, you recognize this as the prestidigitation spell.
Fancy.
They
I didn't
walk a
know
little.
that spell did that.
They walk a little further in.
Nice click.
I could do that, but it takes a car battery and a couple hours.
They walk a little further in. The Dro'qar woman sees you. Oh, the Event Slayers! How lovely to see you again! And ruffles Nikita's hair as she walks past.
Don't touch
Hey.
me.
Listen, we had some thoughts about that. Can we talk to you guys for a bit?
Well, we are done for the evening, I think. I did not catch your names when we first met. I am Nakara. This is Thorol Redhelm, Vamir Balin, and Ilias Trainer, she says, gesturing to the dwarf, wood elf, and human, respectively.
1 year bowling.
That is my name, yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure that
I also heard it.
I understood correctly.
I heard none of that.
And you are?
Ragtag Farnswallop.
Galadh
Nikita.
Crann.
Oh, forgive me, Gillet.
And the dwarf comes right up to Thrag, who is still laying on his back on the ground. And who the fuck are you?
I am the Kegbuster.
He picks up your tankard from the table, takes a gulp, puts it back down. I can see that, and goes back to the bar. And that's where we're going to take our middle of game break.
Right.
All right. It's not where I expected the beginning of this session to go.
Nope.
Nope.
I honestly, I was expecting to be on my new character by now, which I already do have rolled.
I haven't rolled one yet, so.
You're too preemptive. We're 6 games in.
As usual, the only thing I don't have is a name. Got the character, got the stats, got the backstory. Ready to
The
go.
no
Give me-
name.
all I gotta do is just go to name generator and generate a name. And I'll be
There you
good.
It's funny.
go.
I go the other way. I start with a name and then figure everything else out later.
Our styles of creating characters are so vastly different. So
Absolutely. All right.
Yep.
I gotta
We
take
will be back. And when we're back, some songs I'm sure will be played between me and Dean. I'm sure at least one's happening. And
yep.
we'll chat with you guys a little bit and then return to the game. Thanks for watching so far. We will be back.
Cheers.
I'm down for it.
We're back. Hello.
I'm Bick.
Welcome to Rukon Between the Sheets.
What was that?
I think we're just gonna gloss over that one.
Hilariously, that is actually what Critical Role calls their like.
Is it really?
Their,
I never
Oh
knew.
man, really?
It
I was gonna
that's
say that's
amazing.
actually really good.
Yeah.
there's the like podcast that talks about the game itself, and that's Talks Machina, since their thing is
Right,
Vox
of
Machina.
course.
And then, but they're like just them talking about themselves and stuff is Between the Sheets. So we can't take that.
I like Rukon After Dark. That's
Yeah,
I
we
like that
gotta-
one too.
We gotta get on that one of these days. A little after session hangout or something.
Before the Minecraft games have been kind of like Rukon After Dark.
Yeah. I still gotta get on that. Like I joined the server just long enough to make sure I can get in.
And you can hear Dean and I sing songs about the people in the Minecraft server.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Cabbages, cabbages. Thrag's got 10 of them in his hands. Who knows what kind of plans he has for his cabbages? His cabbages. He's gonna do some damages to his insides. But that's the plan. We want to barf in the face of the thieves in the dark. Try not to die. That's all I got.
Really, that's the entire plan. I don't know.
And there's
Vomit?
your mid-session
That's the
recap.
game plan, really?
Big round of applause for oh dear, I'm already drunk and I haven't been drinking. Yes, big round of applause.
You're
for
contact
Jagged
drunk from
Practice.
being in the vicinity of
Yes,
Thrag.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Let's change that.
Speaking of. There we go.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Hell yeah, I got my water. I
That's,
actually do have some good hard cider, but I'm saving it.
yes,
I have
got
a really
some-
nice dark, like a dunkel that a friend of mine brewed when we visited him in North Carolina, and I brought it back, and it's really good. I have a whole growler full of it. That's what I was sipping on that first half.
Yeah. Got some tea with honey and Woodford Reserve.
Ooh,
Getting mildly fancy. Amusingly, it's cheaper than whatever the scotch is you had me buy.
still fancy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need a good bottle of whiskey again. It's been a while.
Look at that.
Let's see. What's going on in chat?
Yeah, chat, how you doing?
A Maybach, what's that?
Yeah, what's a Maybach? I haven't heard of that.
A German craft beer. That's
Or
fun.
Maybach.
Maybach.
I don't know. How do you pronounce that?
Feel that Maybach seems more reasonable.
You'd think I would know.
Pronounce it in text in the chat.
I believe that would be
Pronounce it
my
non-verbally.
Yeah.
Okay, so literally, okay, so Bach is a strong lager.
Mhm.
Like I've had a Doppelbock before, so that makes sense. And my Maybach literally is the Bach that you drink in May.
Ah.
That that makes
Amazing.
sense.
It's a
that
spring.
actually-
It's a spring festival beer.
God, I love straightforward naming traditions.
Yep.
Germans.
I mean that would make you'd think I'd be able to extrapolate that knowing some German, given that Mai is May.
Yeah,
yeah.
So is it Maybach or Maybach?
I would say Maybach.
I mean,
Alright,
knowing that MAI is my,
Oh, that's my bot.
I don't know.
No, it's my bot. Not
The
yours.
gentleman's very particular about their naming.
And when you share it, it's a Yorbok.
No, it's an Arbok.
Yeah.
Like the Pokemon.
No, that's a cobra.
The laziest goddamn names they could have.
So good.
God, but that's part of what made like original Pokemon so good. Was like
First gen was great.
it felt like life, but not. And like some of the new stuff, man. Like, isn't there one that's just like literally a pile of trash, which admittedly is relevant?
Dude, there's a freaking ice cream cone. Like,
Yeah, like I don't know, man. I sort of lost interest after Gen 4. But
I have played all of them. I love all of them.
I haven't
will
played
always
anything
love-
since Gen 2. I feel
Nope,
bad.
I'll always love
Yeah.
Pokemon.
I gotta link you a ROM. I've got a good ROM for Emerald for my phone.
And I already have the
One of these
Diamond and
days.
Pearl remakes
Oh,
pre-ordered.
my, now I feel old. They're remaking Gen 4.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gen
can
4
I-
was like
I know it's
Gen 4 was a
more-
while ago,
it's
man.
more than a decade ago.
But if anyone is interested in playing Call of Duty, there's the new Call of Duty Vanguard coming out, and there is a beta going on this whole weekend for all consoles. And if you don't have one, you can go to my girlfriend's stream right now, XO Cheergirl OX. Girl is with a U, and she has 100 free beta giveaways right now. So if you would like one, you could for any console, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, you can go get a free one if you go follow her and follow her YouTube page as well.
And
she's on Twitch, by the way.
give me
She's on
just a
Twitch. She's on
moment,
Twitch,
And
and that goes
Putting
for you
that in the
guys.
chat
too.
right now.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
link is hey, look at that. We're on top of things here. What are we, professional streamers or something?
Yeah.
Link down in the doobly doo. Give that a click. You'll like,
Um,
subscribe, follow, sub, donate.
Hell yeah, and we'll be
Give-
redoing
give
all our
money.
plugs at the end because that's stream culture, baby.
Yeah, just wait till I start pushing specialty coffee roaster. That'll be fun.
Finger hand crossbows.
Yeah.
But all right. So if we're all back and set back in for it, then let's return to
Yes.
game.
Yeah, I suppose I should go name my character now, shouldn't I? For the impending death in half an hour.
Oh please, we all know you won't have your character named until game 7
That's true.
of whatever campaign that character is
Yeah.
in.
Yes, because I will play this character one way or the other because it's too good.
Yeah, we're gonna there'll be more campaigns. This is
Yeah.
Echoes of Chaos is not the first and last campaign of Tales from Rukon.
No, but
There will be more. We will need more characters.
Yeah.
And it will all be awesome. So, re-entering, we were in the Merciful Barrel Inn. You got Thrag had won a drinking competition with a couple of the locals. One of them really held his own a lot longer than I think Thrag would have expected, but Thrag was ultimately victorious. And as he fell over drunk on the ground, the Godslayers who they were there to meet walked in, and you guys introduced yourselves, got all their names officially, and said you had some stuff to talk about. So what is it that you would like to talk about?
Just kind of
First
a
thing,
quick. Oh, go ahead.
first thing I would like to say is I would very much appreciate if you stopped touching me. I don't know you like that. We are not friends. We are not cousins that I know of. And I understand you could probably kick my ass, but I would please ask you to respect my space and do not touch me anymore. Nakara. Are we good?
Fair enough.
Thank you. I appreciate. Very well. Now on to real business. Ragtag, I am for interrupting you.
Yeah, it's okay. So we just kind of had the thought of, you know, you were there, giant ants, all that, town on fire. The city walls really should have kept them
There,
out.
it's not actually a walled city.
Never mind. Dumb
But
thought.
but you are aware that they didn't like come in over the like they didn't like march into the town. They did just
Right.
kind of like appear.
Those things just kind of showed up. Is how do you think that happened?
The wood elf speaks up. Well, we know that they're from the Underdark. That's why we were. It would typically be kept secret as Godslayer business, but seeing as we were later than we expected, and you all report to the fight, there's no harm in letting you in on it. We heard about a possible gathering of the Formians and the Underdark in this area. Didn't know where, so we came to Vieramore to check it out and sprang into action when they started attacking. Formians want to expand their hive and bring more into the hive mind, so most of the warriors are sent for expansion. There are likely more, as the workers or slaves and the Queen don't personally take part in the expansion raids, but the warriors killed in the Feld raid here will likely hurt the hive's defenses and keep them from surfacing again for some time. Long enough for us to continue looking into it and assess how bad the situation is. We found some places to scout from today and are going to report the necessary forces we think will be required to put an end to this to our captain when we gather more info over the next few days. If we lead the raid, that's the kind of thing that can get us moved up in rank.
Okay. Where is there a passage to the Underdark from like inside the town?
Not normally. There are a couple of holes they popped in from that the guard has blocked off to make sure none of the townsfolk fall in. But typically the entrances would be out a little bit closer to the mountains or under the river, but a bit further down.
Interesting. Okay. All right, that sounds like a whole other thing. All right.
There are tunnels underneath Vieramore right now. I think they dug them. They dug up from wherever under in the Underdark they were, or they made new tunnels out. There's 3 of them in the town, like I said, blocked off.
That makes sense. Okay. Thanks. Should we? And then Ragtag's just gonna like walk over to Nikita and just gently say, like, should we get them? I mean, do you think they could help with the thing?
They can slay gods. They could slay bandits.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like bandits are kind of a few notches down on the totem pole.
And they're actually working on getting themselves up the totem pole. So perhaps
it,
it will
exactly.
be,
That's what I'm
you know,
saying.
they can wipe out the whole section of you know.
Perhaps they would be interested in being our backup, or
We could be their backup.
potentially, or
Yeah, that
or,
seems more reasonable.
yeah, or something along those lines. We keep them in our back pocket as
No, I
an
believe
ace
they
in
should.
the hole.
No, they should be the whole pants. I don't know about back pocket. They, you know. May I have idea here? May I throw idea here real quick?
By all means.
I'm the ideas cat. We all know this. We give them henna, right? And listen to me. Listen to me. Henna is tough girl. Tough girl. Where better would she be of use than to help god slayers rout out these thieves from around the town? She must have deep information about things, make her useful, make her feel like she has something positive to do, right? In helping the god slayers, we let them know about these guys. I don't know. It could be useful for everybody, and then we sneak out through little ant tunnel while all this goes on.
Yeah, it doesn't change the fact that every Howling Banshee on Earth is probably interested in us.
Not even every Howling Banshee, just a couple of small groups.
I guess really just this one. He seemed to kind of threaten that everywhere across Midfall we'd be.
Yeah, but he probably talking a lot of shit.
Maybe.
I think what Hannah had to share with us earlier, saying that if we were to be going around making a bigger deal about it, killing a lot of guys, if they're able to kill, if this God Slayer kill this group, and then they know where to find next group, Inner Circle care more about God Slayer that kill, 2-3 squadrons of Banshees than, us four who are
Okay.
sick,
Um,
killing one captain.
Now, what if we just asked the Godslayers to go to the rough area we are supposed to meet? The gentlemen we are supposed to be meeting.
They do look like us.
But perhaps if they, I don't know, noticed something off and took care of any problems without us mentioning anything.
Might be a moot point. You're saying just kind of orchestrate
Sort of, yes.
a hit where nobody involved knows what's happening?
Yes, no, maybe. More of a. The less information that is shared, the more accidental everything looks.
Okay.
I don't understand. Please stop speaking so cryptically. Be
He's
straightforward.
saying we tell the Godslayers like, hey, there's a shady dude on the side of town. You should go check that out. And then they go kill him or something. We hope. I don't know.
I
Got a lot of holes in it, to be honest.
I don't think they're going to bite. If they just say they're shady dude, they'll be like, maybe he was just drunk, and he was just standing in shadow of building. That's what make him look shady.
Yeah.
Okay, so either way, we need to come up with a solid plan. Are we running? Are we fighting? What are we doing?
Out of the corner of your guys' eyes, you just see a pickaxe slowly like moving towards the ceiling because I'm still on my back, saying like,
Yes.
just takes me to the ground.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All
I
right.
think we can-
I'm just let's. Ragtag turns around. Hey, listen. How much do you know about the Howling Banshees?
They've been around a while. Why?
Well, there's a pretty nasty bunch of them around here, who seem to have, for some reason, really gotten it in for us. Do you listen? We have kind
Perhaps
of an
we should
in
talk
with.
in a room about this?
Are we in a room?
Yeah, you were
No,
just
we
at
are
the
in
bar.
the middle of the bar.
Oh fuck! Hang on, guys. Come up here. Why'd you guys come
Uh,
upstairs?
I would not. I would rather you not come to our rooms. That's we do not know you like that.
Yeah, you can come to mine. It's okay.
You don't have a room here.
Shit. You guys want to come to our room across town?
I will pay for room. I will pay for room. Barkeep,
works.
barkeep.
Yes.
You have room?
Yeah.
Okay, I pay. Done. Let's go to room.
Good. There's only one left.
Okay, perfect.
1 silver.
Okay, here you go. Flip, and I flip on silver. Actually, I only have gold. I need change.
She takes out 9 silver and hands it back to you.
Here, have 5, and you never saw me.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, very good. Should we leave Keg on the floor?
I suspect he would want us to bring him and the keg.
Okay, we help him. We help him. He take Keg.
I don't really care what you do. It's funny.
I help up a Thrag Kegbuster from floor, and I try to hand him Keg, but I do not think I can lift up Keg.
Tharl, the shadow Godslayer dwarf, picks up the keg one arm and tosses it over his shoulder and just says, "I think your friend's a lightweight."
No, he's not. He had whole bucket of rum this morning. He just getting started. Please
Literal
do not
bucket of
insult my
rum.
friend. A literal bucket.
It's horrifying.
Might be
Best
you are my
bucket
kind
I've
of
ever
dwarf.
had.
We might be friends. Maybe. You'll have to prove yourself a little bit more to me first.
We can
Well,
share a keg.
We'll continue the drinking together. He helps you up and
I like him.
Dwarves are alcoholics confirmed.
Was it a myth?
it's a culture.
We're just a
Okay.
cultural phenomenon.
Now that we have found.
So you go into your guys' rented room, which is not that big. So the 8 of you collectively
keg.
and a keg squeezing in there. It's pretty tight. Like 3 of you are sitting on the bed. Thrag is on the floor and Tharl is sitting on the keg, and then the rest of you are kind of like sitting up or against the wall or standing. All of you kind of within a foot or 2 of someone else.
Ragtag, you were saying.
Yeah. Okay. So, y'all know the Howling Banshees. There's a really bad bunch of them out on the edge of town. Who they just killed a whole bunch of guards here yesterday or today earlier. It wasn't clear on the time frame. And basically, they've given us the ultimatum to either join them or die, which is crazy because they barely know us. But it's a big commitment. Listen, we have an inn with a former Howling Banshee. Seems to know a decent amount about them. I feel like between her and knowing where their main hideout is around here, that could be a. I'm just saying it could be a good win for you guys, especially if it leads to taking down other, groups of the Howling Banshees.
Well,
I think-
this is complicated.
Is
There's somewhat of a stalemate between the Godslayers and the Howling Banshees.
This could be a good way to
They're-
change that.
They're a bandit organization who deals in theft and crime. They aren't a group that's trying to destroy Midfall or take power from the throne or any of the things the Godslayers typically deal with taking down. Their numbers and influence run deep in the kingdom and have for centuries, so attacking them means possibly starting a war, which would be difficult to fight without many casualties on both sides and of civilians who would have inevitably be caught in the crossfire because of where and how they would fight. They know to stay away from the Godslayers. If we catch them in the act and they're being violent, they know we'll stop that particular group, that we usually won't kill them unless they've already gone that far themselves. But those kinds of skirmishes are few and far between, thankfully, and they're good at operating quietly, so they stay under the noses of those of us who mostly wander the kingdom. They also know that if they truly overstep their boundaries, that there will be war, and that's as skilled as the faction leaders and inner circle of the Banshees are, they're no match for the high ranks of the Slayers. As long as
Okay.
they don't instigate with us, they'll stay low on the priority list of threats to face.
Great.
Now, they're currently acting in feud with your group, not taking over Veermore for their own reasons. Treating Veermore as ransom to ensure you cooperate borders on overstepping their bounds, but this is grey area. If we help you actually going after them, and not just fighting them off because we were in the right place at the right time, we risk starting a war.
Yeah,
Have
that
you
doesn't
been
seem
digging
good.
us?
Well, now, what if it just sort of appeared that you were in the right place at the right time? So, say we go to meet them, tell them that we have no intention of joining them. They attack, and then shortly thereafter, you show up and help. Just as if you were passing through coincidentally going towards that side of town. Is that...
It's possible, but risky. He looks up at the rest of them, and Nakara says, we should reach out to our commander. they'll have a better idea of how to handle this. And the Woodolf kind of nods his head.
According to them, we have no time limit. Take your time. Send messages to your uppers, and I want to dig a hole. I'm going to dig a hole.
Now, should this go awry, is there way for us to consider going into tunnels of ants? Should this not be our backup escape plan? Should be something like that?
That we're honestly, here's the other thought we really haven't entertained. What if, like, just for a while, we joined them? Like, not do any real bad stuff. Just, join, and then work our way up in the ranks, and then take it down from the inside a little bit.
You don't work your way up in the ranks without doing the bad stuff.
I see. Make it look like we do the bad stuff.
Don't know that you'll have much of a choice.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a slippery slope, and I already fall off stairs.
Okay. Well, let's do
Almost, I'm sorry,
something.
almost every Thrag line tonight has made me break. And
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good.
You have absolutely been on fire tonight, Riley. That's some
So good.
some good stuff.
okay. Re-entering the character.
All right. So wait, where are we at now? You guys are gonna talk to your boss or something?
We can talk to our commanding officer, and they'll have a better idea of how to handle a situation like this. Like I said, this is gray area. They're not taking over Veermore, but they are doing more within the town than they typically would. They're not just lording over a trade route anymore. How many are dead?
8.
At
Oh,
least, at
there
least
are
8.
11 dead because 3 guards were killed for our buddy Stefan Nufalafaluf. And
Oh, right.
Those were just
And
mercenaries,
then-
though. Those weren't like mid-fall guard.
But still.
it does not matter. They are real lives. There are lives that were lost to these terrible men and women and people. I don't know, maybe some orcs too. I don't know the exact representation within their organization. But regardless, quite a few people are dead. And who knows how many more will die on them just waiting on us. That blood would be on your hands.
As it is,
I have
unfortunately,
question.
Let's get this
already on
straight.
ours.
The blood would be on your hands. You're the one in the feud with them.
We didn't do anything.
They attacked us,
They
We
attacked us
defended
while
ourselves.
we were sleeping.
and we survived. That is the extent of our interaction.
I did bust a couple heads like I did bust a couple kegs.
So like I said, though they're not coming in to attack Vermore, which would certainly warrant Godslayer intervention, there are people dead. This does border on them overstepping their bounds. Whoever this faction leader is, he's brave, ambitious.
Stupid.
Also that.
Is there any
Not
way
if he
we
can
could
back it up.
petition? Is there any way we could petition for protection from the God Slayers?
We're a little over our heads right now. And you're supposed to protect the people of Midfall. And even if he should succeed in us joining, how do we not know? We already see what he's willing to do for 3-4 people. How do we not know his ambition and power will not grow? And you could stomp it out now. These are just ideas and questions I pose to you as, you know.
You're not wrong, and that's
Yeah.
why we're going to talk to our commander.
Very well. We will be at the Little Turtle eating potatoes and drinking out of buckets.
We are on a humanitarian quest, and we just want to get to the capital, do our quest, and then whatever happens afterwards happens. If you or someone in your guild could just protect us while we're doing all of that, and then give us passage out of Midfall, then that's all we would need. And then it wouldn't even be a problem.
We will see what we can do. We will come for you in the morning.
Very well. I appreciate you giving us an audience. This room has been paid for the evening. If you wish to refund for one of your rooms, you are welcome to use this one, and we will be off.
You suddenly hear snoring coming from Thrag.
Yes. Very good.
Man, you're
Very good.
embarrassing us in front of the God Slayer. And I kind of like shrug him a little bit.
Is it
The,
time to dig a
the-
hole?
the other dwarf has been drinking this whole time and just kind of looks down at you and just lightweight.
Open the top. I just open my mouth.
I would, but I think your friends are leaving.
The bastards. We'll have to drink together sometime. It would be a lot of fun.
Aye, I think it would be, even though I'd kick your ass.
Let me know whenever you'd like me to bust a keg on your ass.
I don't like the phrasing of that, but okay.
That's another counter we need. Riley accidentally makes something sound sexual that
That's
definitely
sexual
didn't
joke.
need to be, and
Just
that he didn't
innuendo
intend
counter.
on making it sexual. That's
Yeah.
that. There's the counter.
Yeah.
I knew we were
You need to
missing
do
one.
that
We
for
were
how many
listening-
I
counters
used
listening
to
to
do
them.
that a
Yeah.
lot in our
Yeah.
previous campaign.
We need a counter for the number of times we say we need a counter for.
Really, we really do.
That
Yeah.
too,
We just need a
which
counter.
would put us up to like
in
6,
general. Yeah,
maybe
Probably.
5 or 6. Anyway, so you guys head out of the Merciful Barrel and make your way back to the Sleeping Turtle. At this point, it is later evening. You've spent a good amount of time there. It's probably around 9 o'clock by now.
Well, I suppose
I-
we sleep.
Yes. We should also probably keep watch tonight as well, just in case they try something bold again. After all, we have been wandering around and potentially involving others. So, whether that's 8-ball in the hall or we have somebody awake at all times, I don't think we should exactly sleep easily tonight.
I mean, I'll be honest, it doesn't really seem like they're coming for us. They just seem to want to kill everybody around us. I'd kind of worry about the Godslayers at this point. I'll set up 8-ball, though.
Sounds like good plan.
Cool. So you guys go to your rooms for the night and set up 8-ball in the hallway.
8-ball hall.
8-ball hall.
Can I just say that's the name of the pool establishment we'll be starting later?
So you guys sleep for the evening and wake up the next morning moderately rested. No one tried to break in that 8-ball found, and when you come downstairs into the kind of dining area of the Sleeping Turtle Inn, where the once again fresh breakfast being made, fresh tea being brewed. This time the Godslayers are down there waiting for you.
As I walk down the stairs, I'm biting into a cabbage.
Good morning. Is Ragtag scratching his back with his wrench?
as Stephanus walks down the stairs and just oh, it's those cool ones. Hi,
Hey.
you're,
Push him down the
you're
stairs.
God Slayers, right? That's pretty awesome. And they're just kind of, well, yes, thank you very much. And you almost get the feeling like they might be a little new, like they don't seem used to people like giving them that kind of attention. Like they seem like awkward thank yous. Like they're trying, but that's not really something they're practiced in yet. But they thank him, and he goes, wasn't I paying for someone else's room too?
Where are you? Where? Was he?
Well,
Where's the girl?
Oh yeah, Anna. Where's she at?
not down there.
I'll go check on her.
You open her
Oh,
room.
jeez.
Her stuff is there. She is not.
Of course. All right. Back
Well,
downstairs.
that's one problem we don't have to deal with anymore.
So, Hannah is gone. Her stuff is there. She is not. I have a sneaking suspicion that they got her.
And that is problem why? She is the reason we are in this mess to begin with.
She has nothing to do with it. Well,
She
I,
has
I
everything
should,
to
I
do.
should say that it's not her fault. We are the ones who made all the decisions. We merely gave her the choice of life. She is an innocent victim here. Either way, she is gone. So,
The
what are
way
we
I
going
see
to
it,
do?
one of two things happened. One, they didn't like her renouncing them, and they took her. Or, she was just a spy. Either one could be true. As it stands
wouldn't-
right now, it does not matter. It only matters what we do right now.
All right. We still have the barf plan. Yes.
Yes.
What's
honestly,
Barf's
Steve-
plan?
Well, we
I don't think that will be
The dwarf just looks
particularly
so confused by you
useful.
saying that.
it's
in
it's
short,
code.
we were going to use that as an excuse to avoid them for the time. I don't believe at this point that will work. And I
You don't
suspect
think that trying to throw up in front of the Howling Banshees will work? I'm shocked.
it was part of a larger plan. There was more to it. Ultimately, that does not matter at this point. So I believe that they have Hannah, and we are to some degree responsible. So I think we owe it to her to go and at least check. We
Well,
already
check where?
have enough blood on our hands. We don't need more.
Unfortunately, our commanding officer wanted us to stay here to continue our investigation to make sure no more Farmians approach, because that can be a very, very bad situation, and that is the threat we were initially sent here for. But he did say that the number of deaths is excessive enough for him to come see what's going on. We're not sure when he'll be here, and if they took your friend, it might not be enough time, but But just so you know, I do believe the higher-ups and the Godslayers will back you in this if it comes to it.
That's good to know. Okay.
Well,
that
it
makes
won't
me
mean
feel
us
better.
backing up when we are dead in ground, left
Yeah,
on
it's not-
side of road, waiting
That
for
is-
bureaucratic bullshit.
Okay.
That is the worry here, is that now time is indeed of the essence.
Okay, so
We can't make an emotional decision right now.
I think, given the circumstances, our best option is to go to the Banshees and, at the very least, see what happens. I don't think any plans we have at this point are useful.
Yeah, it feels like that's on hold now. Okay.
I think our best bet here may just be to fight them. As much as I don't want to, I do think that is the play.
Well, Godslayers, I appreciate all of your help, and I wish that you all have a very good day. And honestly, I am going to be. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Thank you for wasting my time, and I hope you enjoyed your bed last night, for it is paid for by a dead man. Thank you. So, guys,
Don't mind him. Well, if we're going to fight, then I guess I better not get too drunk.
Or you could get even drunker. If it's the last time you'll be able to do so. I hope not, friend. I would like to measure how much of a lightweight you are, myself.
I always love a good challenge. I wanna go up for the in Predator, how like Arnold and the other guy like did the
Yep.
whole I wanna do that with them.
He,
Carl
like-
Weathers.
Yes.
Yeah, the other guy.
respect
If
The
it's
other
not
guy.
fucking Carl
I
Weathers.
can't remember actors' names. man.
It's you should know Carl Weathers though.
I
Like,
don't know Carol Weathers at all.
I certainly don't.
He's been in so many things.
Like Predator. And
Yeah, exactly.
he was
like
Apollo
Predator.
Creed.
And he was in The Mandalorian, and
He was.
And he was a recurring character in Arrested Development.
when he
Brother
played
Jack.
himself in
Have not
Modern
seen Arrested
Family, it
Development.
was wonderful.
Yep, that
Uh,
explains why I don't know who that is.
He also played himself in Arrested
Anyway,
Development.
Back to the
Okay,
game.
okay.
Anyway.
One tangent later.
You can't diss Carl Weathers without it spawning a tangent.
Without
Anyway.
some kind of tangent.
The
I
So-
wish you were
Carl
around.
Weathers community is banning against. No.
So you hold
Okay,
your hand
moving
up. Tharl looks at it for a sec, and then says, fuck it," and then hits you with it.
Hell yeah. Hit me
Good-
with that good shit.
Good luck, boy.
Thanks. I think I'll need it.
Nakara specifically goes to Nikita and just says, "I am sorry that there is not more we can do. It is not entirely in our control, and this is a sensitive and complicated situation. I hope it works out well enough. I understand why you are using all of the Dro'qari signals for being displeased with someone. I do not blame you, but I do hope to see you again, Aunt Slayer."
Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
And the four of them leave.
Oh boy, here we go to our deaths again.
Woo!
Glad I have another character rolled. Let's go.
Let's do
All
the
right.
time warp again.
So, let's switch over to like dungeon music or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You get a little more
sure.
intense. So, you go retrieve your cart from the stables. Stephanus is terrified right now, but also thinks that you're the only one. You're the only chance he has of survival right now.
Now, should we leave him here? I don't think he'll.
Well, I need to get to Xereth.
Yeah, but I don't think that
we
needs to be through the
very-
bandit hut first.
We very well may be walking to our deaths here.
Super murdered.
You may want to stay behind and accept your new life here. If we survive the next hour, we'll be back.
Okay, as long as you come back.
This will take an hour? That's pretty optimistic, I feel like.
We will.
Either it'll
We will-
go really well, or it won't.
Yes. I suspect. Well. Thanks for paying for our drinks.
Well,
Step
listen,
up
if I don't get to Xereth, you don't get the rest of this. So you better come back.
If we don't come back, that money will not be of any use to our corpses.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I want to pay you the rest of this. So I want you to come back.
So do we.
Well, thank you.
you have my car still, right?
Of course.
Okay, should we not come back? Please write to my mama and tell her I did break that vase in the 2nd grade and that I love her very much.
Sure, those are the two things you want to go with if you're only choosing two things?
Yes.
I respect that. Good luck.
Thanks, fellas.
So he goes back to the Sleeping Turtle. You guys hop on the cart, and you travel down through the town, past the town square, past the businesses, past the farming area, and ultimately find yourselves on the South Road, leaving Viramore. The trees grow denser around you, casting shade from the brightness of the white, overcast sky. You hear birds chirping. Gentle breeze causes some of the autumn leaves to drop from the trees, decorating the road around you. After about 10 minutes, you come to a block in the road as 3 trees that had likely fallen in the storm a couple days ago are splintered along the path.
They are broken.
Well,
Yeah, it's
And I'll-
three kind of splintered, knocked down trees that are kind of fragmentedly blocking the road. You could probably walk through it, but you couldn't get a cart through it.
I guess we go around.
Yeah,
You
I mean, this
couldn't
is-
really get the cart through the wooded terrain
no. This
outside of that, so
this-
you'd have to move the trees if you wanted. Either that or you leave the cart and all of your extra stuff.
No, this is a trap right here. So, gentlemen, you can come out from hiding now.
Yeah, that works every time.
Yes, we know you have us surrounded.
In this case, it did work.
Shit.
And the man who met you in the bar steps out from behind the tree. And this time, you guys were all on stools before. Now you see he's not huge. He's maybe 5'11", 6 foot, but just carries himself with a very imposing stature.
I'm fine, baby.
What was that?
I love
I have a little bit of cold.
Ragtag looks at him like, "Are we still doing that?"
Yeah.
Keep it in back pocket.
So, I hope you've made the right choice.
Can I presume correctly that you have Hannah?
That's not your concern, not yet, at least.
I presume it would be our concern if we decided not to join you.
What have you decided?
I'm sorry, he,
out of
like-
character here. You really are pushing this, and I'm
Nikita,
Yeah.
roll performance.
yeah.
Oh, here it is.
I got a natural 20.
Oh,
Nikita's selling it. He actually, you are so much so that Galadh, you actually are starting to think, oh shit, did he really start getting symptoms from this sickness?
so
Actually, sounds really bad.
here's the thing, gentlemen. Before our encounter with you the first time, we, or at least I, was on a mission to retrieve a magical artifact that was supposed to help with an illness. Now, apparently this lichbone illness causes paralysis. As I was told by the cleric who sent me on this mission, it starts with a cough and slowly gets worse from there and eventually leads to paralysis. When I left, most of the town was ill. As I had spent several days there, there is a non-zero chance that I picked up whatever it was. If that cough is what I suspect, we are likely not long for this world either way. So, you can kill us now, you can watch us die a slow, painful death, or we could join you and potentially spread this to you. I don't know how much contact you have with others. For all I know, you could already be infected. Ultimately, we found this magical artifact, and it was stolen from our possession before we had a chance to make use of it.
Ragtag like cringes a little bit and takes a step away from you at that. Oh god.
Now, as you know, we have also had considerably close contact with Hannah. So, if we are carriers, as I now suspect we are based on that, there is a good chance she is as well. Now, if we were to join you, as I was told, this magical artifact, the Rod of something or other,
Assholes, I think.
is supposed to, again, as I was told, clear this illness. From what I gather, it's not so much a disease as a more magical or spiritual or something to that effect. Supposedly this rod is the counter spell or something. If we were to join you, would we be able to continue and go retrieve that rod from where we believe it has been taken to Zareth?
So you'll agree to join under the pretext that I let you leave, and then you return to me.
That is roughly the gist of it, yes. Depending on how quickly we can get to Zereth, we could be back here in whatever the travel time is, doubled.
All right. And he whistles, kind of a specific cadence, and then a few
What is
more
it?
men. I can't fucking whistle that well. It's sure a bird call or something. And a few other men step out from the trees. Most of them wearing black armor and masked and hooded. One of them a very
Sorry, can Ragtag make a dex check, I think, to do something very quickly as soon as he hears him start whistling, because he's been on high alert this whole time. Can he use magical tinkering on one of the rocks on his belt to record that whistle?
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm gonna say roll dexterity, but with disadvantage because you
Okay.
didn't know he was gonna do that.
Yeah, that's fair. 8.
Yeah, you get there, you realize he's doing it. You were on high alert, but you got there just a second too late. You maybe caught just the last little note of whatever he was doing, not the whole
Gotcha.
thing.
That was a bad take. Can we get another one?
So again, a few more men in black armor, masked and hooded, come out. There's one guy who is huge, 6'6", super broad shoulders, jacked to shit, wearing a skull mask, who has a great axe drawn that has a slight white shimmer to it. And two of the guys have Hannah with them, her hands bound, and they shove her down to her knees next to Corin, the lead guy, who kind of grabs her by the back. He says, "You're Galadh, right?"
Yes.
Come here.
I'll go over.
So you come close, and he says, "I'll let you go to Zereth. I'll let you find the cure to whatever this is. Your friend over there does sound pretty bad. But I'll need some insurance. I need to know that your heart's in it. That you're willing to do what it takes to be with the Banshees." And he hands you a knife and says, "Kill her right now and I'll let you go."
How much time do I, as a player, have to think about this? Are
I-
you going to impose any kind of time limit
I
here?
will give you 30 seconds.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I'll set the timer now so that we don't have too much dead air.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. If I, what are my ways out of this? Okay. Do I have? Man, Okay.
Time's
She's
ticking.
she's on her knees.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna take the knife and
And there's 30 seconds.
all right, I'm gonna bend down and I'm gonna kind of hand under her chin, not that I'm handed with the knife, just kind of
Mhm.
lift her up and look in her eyes. And can I get a sense of?
She looks. She doesn't even look scared. She just looks pissed.
Okay. Oh.
How many dudes are around us right now?
You see. You see 8.
Okay, 8 of them, 4 of us. Oh. All right. I'm gonna drop her head. I'm gonna assume I have knife in the right hand and her head in the left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drop her head,
Mm-hmm.
lift up the knife, and in my left hand I'm going to cast Flame Blade and immediately attack the big bad dude.
That's
Okay.
great. Ragtag has his wrench like at his side, but glowing just a little bit, carefully.
Mm-hmm.
And at watching that, I'm also gonna raise it and fire off a scorching ray. All three aimed at that dude as well.
Okay. So, everyone roll initiative. We're jumping into Astral.
Oh god,
Here we go, boys.
boy, that was. I got a nat 1 on initiative, so that's good.
Oh, dirty 20. Do I get any kind of advantage for a surprise round, or is he paying enough attention to that?
Hold on.
Music, Dean, music.
I know.
He's
I'm loading up the fight scene right now. 1 second.
I'm genuinely shaking right now.
Yeah.
This is some good stuff.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I was getting Astral set up.
Oh,
Wes, what was it you
jeez.
asked me?
Do I get any kind of advantage for catching him off guard, or is he paying too
Absolutely
much
not. He 100% saw
Right.
that coming.
All right, that's what I figured, but I had to try.
All right, so roll attack.
Holy
All right.
moly.
What do I trust more? do I trust the digital dice, or do I trust my physical dice? Let's go physical. Come on, dice. Give me a natural 20, please. It's not a natural 20, but it will be a 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
All right,
Hell yeah. Start us off right.
and 3d6 of fire damage.
Wait, you didn't get my roll.
Well, Galad's is the first thing that's going to hit.
Okay.
Because his attack is what triggered the other of you all acting, but they all saw you coming, so it's not a surprise round.
Ah,
You didn't
okay.
catch them off guard, so you will have to roll initiative. Galad's attack is the first thing, but it's not even going to be a full round. It's just that one hit.
Yeah.
And then Galad will also roll initiative. So what was the damage?
It's 5 damage,
Okay,
and my initiative roll was a dirty 20.
cool. So you hit him, but it hits him kind of just square in the actual armor plate. Doesn't seem to really do much damage, more like a blunt hit. And he just smiles and says, "That's what I fucking thought. I'm going to enjoy this." Okay, what was Galad's?
The initiative was dirty 20.
320. Cool. Thrag, what is your initiative roll?
Also 20.
Okay. Nikita, what is yours?
9.
And Ragtag, what is yours?
It's a big old 3.
Okay. So,
Oh, I'm sorry. Mine was 21. I forgot my dex mod.
you know, it's fucking nuts. That pushes you to the front of initiative.
Oh god.
yeah.
Thrag, you are up. Galad, you're on deck.
All right.
I forgot I have improved initiative, and I factored that in, and then I didn't factor my dex. All right. First things first. I'm going to hop right on over here, and I'm just gonna fucking bash this man with my axe as much as possible.
Okay. You actually didn't have visual on that guy.
Ah.
The ones to either side of you, they are hidden still.
Oh, okay. So who can I see? Everyone.
You can
who's,
see
like, on the
everyone
path?
below 4, 5, and 2, 3. So
Okay.
everyone who like Galad is in line with.
Gotcha. God, my stubby legs. I can just barely not. Fuck it. I'll dash.
Okay.
to make it into his range. I'm not going to action search. I'm just going to get in his range so he can't go anywhere.
You charge the big motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is now the Banshee's turn. First one who saw you running and is going to fire an arrow at you.
Well, I thought you said I was
from-
on deck. Or
You're on deck. You are the next
gotcha,
player character.
Gotcha.
But let's see. They rolled not very well. They rolled a 12, which I don't believe hits Thrag.
12? No.
Okay. Second arrow shot. Ooh, nat 20. And
Here we go again.
that is going to be 18 damage total from that second arrow. And Galadh, you are up.
Okay. So Hannah's situation. She's bound right now
Bound on her knees.
on her knees, but not pinned down in any way.
Corin's hand was on her. It no longer is because you hit him.
Okay. Can I try and
Also,
Like-
Nikita, you're the next player on deck.
can I
Yeah.
try and cut her her bindings with the knife?
She's facing you,
Oh,
so you'd
well,
have
okay,
to
let-
take
let me
movement
rephrase
to
that.
get
Would
behind
that-
her.
Would that be a bonus action or a main action?
That would be an action.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Bark Skin on her then.
Okay.
So her AC is now 16.
Like flat 16 or increases by a certain amount to become 16.
Like flat 16, unless it was.
As I
Unless
say,
it was
she
unless it
already
was
had a decent AC from Rogue. But,
Okay, well, if it was
um,
higher than 16, then it would become 16.
so it
Or,
would
sorry,
dro-
sorry, if it was lower than 16, it becomes 16.
Becomes
If it's higher
16.
than 16, it stays where it is.
Okay.
The
Got it.
exact wording is the target's AC cannot be less than 16, regardless of what kind of armor it's wearing.
Gotcha. Cool. So you cast Barkskin. Do you have a bonus action?
Well, I had a bonus action. I now will have to. Okay, yeah, I will. I can't do that because I have to go and pick stuff up. Never mind. Okay, I will cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Shillelagh is technically
Shillelagh.
pronounced.
I mean, it's Lagh.
Which I love that the Irish word for hit
Yeah.
something with a stick is a spell.
So I will cast that.
And the
then.
spell is essentially hit something with a stick.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and since that's just bonus action touch and duration is 1 minute, so okay. And then yeah, I'll be ready to use my reaction to deflect anything that goes her way.
Okay. Next up, we got one of the other hidden Banshees who's going to take a shot at Nikita. And is going to roll a 13. Does that hit?
Where did my sheet just go? I had it. Oh my god, where'd my sheet go? I don't think it hits. Where'd it go?
You say you're a wizard. That's
here
there's
we go.
more of a chance
Most
that that
things
hits.
hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, it hits. Okay. So that is going to be 5 damage from the first arrow. Then a second shot is going to be a 14 this time, so that also hits. And this one is 7 damage. So you just took 12 from 2 arrows from the trees to the side. Then up, we have Regis, who is going to take a big ol' swing at Thrag. Let's see. His great axe stats. There he is. So that is going to be a 15 Thrag. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. There is the right dice.
The ant dice.
I wasn't using them. I could. Here's one of the right
No,
dice.
please.
You're right. They
Please
were
use a-
rolling really well.
Use a set that's better weighted for our advantage. I would like to come out of this with this character intact.
Yes.
I've grown somewhat attached to Galadh.
So that's going to be 11 damage from the first attack. He hits you, swings down with the great axe, and you feel almost like a push back of energy as it hits you outside of the actual slashing. Going to go for second attack. And that is going to be a 21.
That definitely is.
So that is going to be 19 damage from the second attack.
19.
Yep. So
What was the first one again?
the first one was
Sorry,
11.
11. Okay,
I think
got it.
it was either 11 or 12. We'll say 11 since I don't remember. And the VOD will prove me wrong probably, but oh well.
Okay. Chat, that's your job. Remember what damage you take.
Yell at me if I'm wrong. So he takes one swing that kind of hits through, and then another much heavier swing that kind of you block it, but it cuts down into your shoulder a little bit. We have. Let's see which one next. So one of the banshees off to the side is going to move up. Actually, no, he is not an archer, so he is going to move straight up and take a swing at Galadh.
All right.
The longsword. And you are flanked, so that's advantage. And rolled a 3 both times for that hit. Second attack. That is... 16. Does that hit?
That will hit.
Okay. And that is going to be 8 damage.
Okay.
Next up, we have another one of the archers. This one's going to take a shot at Ragtag. Only rolls a 10, and then rolls an 11.
Also,
So 2 arrows come flying out at you, and you just very comedically pose dodge them.
absolutely.
And with that, we are up to Nikita.
I'm going. I pull out from under my cloak a piece of a branch, and I wave it in my hands, and then I kind of lift it out of my hands, and out of it comes a witch bolt. It kind of floats in my hand and comes out of the.
Cool. Who are you casting that at?
I'm casting it at Corin,
Okay.
and 18 hit.
18 does hit.
Okay, and because I did it at 3rd level, it is 3 1d12. And because it hit on first try, as long as I keep it focused, I do 3d12 each turn.
Awesome.
Is this a 5? No, that's a 10. This is 12. 2, 11, 13. 13 plus 9 is 22 damage.
All right.
And I say, for poor girl! As the witch bolt, I kind of now that it actually hits, I kind of put my hand around the branch and kind of hold it in my hand like this, kind of keeping it focused.
Cool. So the bolt of black energy shoots out, hits Corin dead center, and you see him wince in pain, but just kind of look back at you angrily. Cool. Now it is Corin's turn.
Oh boy.
Who looks up at Nikita and says, "That was a good trick. You'll be next, but you're first, and I'm glad you're going to give me a challenge." And draws a double-bladed sword with red runes inscribed down the blade, and takes a swing.
That'll make a fine addition to Halrick's collection. Shame he's
Natural
not.
20.
Of course it is.
Oh no.
Why wouldn't it be?
Oh no.
That doesn't hit, by the way. Chat says so. Right, chat?
Chat.
That only 18 damage. Didn't roll super well.
Is that
Um,
after it got doubled?
Yes. So with the
Good.
doubling, 18 damage. But then an additional 2 damage that's not part of the crit.
Okay. So that brings me down to 28.
Yep. And you see the wounds as he takes his first big swing, which just hits dead center in your torso. And the blood, a little bit of it seeps onto the blade, and the runes glow real quick.
Oh, that's nice.
Second attack. That is a 21 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. So that is going to be 14 damage total.
I am
And-
stunned at this point, by the way.
And third attack,
Uh-oh.
Oh, oh no.
26 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
And that is going to be 12 damage.
That's nice. I'm looking real rough.
So after that initial first strike, he just kind of back and forth, boom, boom, with each end of the blade hitting you on either sides of your torso, which just cause you to immediately get kind of a hot flash, and you get lightheaded and feel yourself kind of starting to pass out for a moment. Which will stun you.
Definitely stunned by a very large amount.
Cool. Then we have this guy's gonna run up and swing at Thrag.
Damn, I really should have re-rolled a new character.
That is 13.
13 is my AC.
Okay, so that hits for 6 damage. Second attack. That's
I'm
also going to
officially
hit because that was an
stunned.
actual 12. And that is going to be 4 damage on the second attack. This guy's up next, who is going to flank. So that was a 17 to hit, 3 damage, and a 18 to hit for another 3 damage. Drag. Then we have one all the way up to the left is going to take a shot at Ragtag. And that is going to be a 19 to hit.
That does hit.
That's only going to be 3 damage. Second arrow. Second arrow is only a 5, so that will not hit. Then we have... Yeah. Astral got weird for a sec for me. Okay. Then we have this guy who's going to run up on Galadh. You are stunned and flanked, so he has advantage.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Yep, so 5 damage.
Yep, I'm unconscious.
Let's,
That's not good.
No kidding.
and then he hits you again with his second attack, causing you to automatically fail 2 death saving throws.
Yeah, I'll go finish rolling my character. I got a name now.
I got a name now.
Ragtag, it's your turn.
Okay, Ragtag is firing Scorching Ray directly at Corin.
Okay.
All 3 of his Scorching Rays. It's a 17.
17 does hit.
Okay. 15.
Wait, is it once for attack, 3 times for damage, or
Once. That's up to you.
shit? I always forget how this works. Hold on.
I think it's technically
Ray?
both. It's technically 3 and 3.
Okay,
It's
for
3
each ray.
spell attacks,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So the first one hits. Second one doesn't. 15 doesn't hit.
Okay. And 9.
And 9 doesn't hit. So the first one
Cool.
hits. So you see, using his sword, he kind of like block, but then the third one hits him in the chest.
Okay, so that Scorching Ray does 9 fire damage, and
Okay.
there's an additional, like, swirling ray of light around it that also slams into him afterward and does another 8 damage.
Cool. All right. At this point, you've seen Galadh drop. He just got attacked from all sides after he attacked Corin. They were ready for it. Hannah cries out, "No!" as she sees you go down, and then get stabbed once you're down.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But then suddenly, you see one of the banshees on the side drop. Followed by a bolt of black lightning that shoots out at Corin and knocks him back about 10 feet. Stands back up, burns visible and steaming from open spots on his armor, and just looks angrily at the source of the lightning, and leaping out from the tree line, a man in fitted black battle gear, swinging a scythe through the air, lands on the second one of the banshees, driving the blade directly into his chest and dropping and landing on the body.
Fuck, that's
Death
so
has come
cool!
for us.
And oh no, where was that mini? I need the mini. It disappeared. No.
This interruption
That's how
in
sneaky he
combat
is.
Brought to you by my complete lack of health bar yet again.
So here, we'll use this in place of it. I have to.
I was gonna say, you still have the Halric icon around? That
Yeah,
might
there
almost
you go.
work for this.
It's Alric.
It's Halric 150 years after his death.
Standing up, he spins the scythe, taking a battle stance. You see a young half-elven man with a purple stripe painted across his face, chin-length, shaggy brown hair, and these bright green eyes. He then points the scythe at Corin. You see his eyes go black, and he just goes, "You've overstepped your bounds this time, Corin." And that's where we'll end tonight's game.
Oh.
Oh.
Let it be known that Ragtag shouts, "Whoa!"
Okay, can I request we do like a mini After Dark session here?
Yeah, I'm good with
Like,
that.
can we
Sure.
discuss this on stream? Because man,
Should we, like,
Hmm.
for the sake of VOD playback, should we, like, end this one and then start a new one?
No.
No?
leave it.
Fine.
We can edit that in post.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post, boys. Okay,
We'll fix
so
it in post. Yeah.
first of all, ow. Second
Yep.
of all, fantastic writing as always.
Yeah.
Third of all, ow.
Yeah.
Fourth of all,
I was
I do-
legitimately starting to accept that that Galadh was gonna die.
yeah, no, I legitimately have finished rolling my new character. He's ready to go. So if you decide to kill me, I'm good. Just beware, like, if you do kill me, you will have to deal with plot now.
Is that his name? Plot?
No, that is not his name.
No, his name is Plot now.
No,
I
but
was
you,
really-
Wow.
I just want you to know, I was really hoping you, at the very least, put the blade on her throat to pretend you were, because I had an idea of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do, if you would put the blade. Can I say this? Is that okay?
Of course.
It's a what
okay.
if, so
yeah, we're
Okay.
not gonna do it
What
anymore.
what I wanted you to do was, like, put the blade on her throat, and then I was gonna do a minor illusion
Yeah.
of, like, blood coming out from her throat to make it seem like you had
Yeah.
cut her throat, and see
I
if
thought
that-
that's where you were gonna go with it.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was-
okay, I did consider using something I'd done in a previous campaign, which was effectively that, like, basically slit my own wrist to provide the blood.
God.
I did that in another campaign, and it didn't work.
like I said, that's a hard performance check.
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially because
Wow.
she needs to know
Yeah,
to fall and act dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the other thing, right? I think, let me double check. I'm not.
Which
I'm
could
not sure on
happen.
Character.
But that's a performance roll.
I need to check. Did I? Yeah. So I did bring, brain function. Come on, brain, work. It's like feign death or something. I
be
literally
honest.
just had that spell in front of my
Oh,
face
yeah?
and I
Fucking-
lost it.
Those fucking hits hurt, man.
Yeah.
You
I
picked
don't
a
know
fight
why.
with a tough motherfucker.
I know.
Yeah, that was rough. It,
Well,
it
that's-
reminds me of the fight we had with the first time we ran into the Shadowborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. Except
Mhm.
that one, if I remember, there was no
There's no hero to save
there was
us.
no rescue. We just like
Yeah.
got away by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
first
Pretty
time with
sure.
the Shadow Hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and, like,
okay, I was gonna say,
Shadow
your
Hunters,
first,
like episode
the first
1,
encounter
yeah.
with the Shadowborn period was in like episode 2 of that campaign.
You're right.
And there was Cherise and Farade came
Right,
and
right,
put up
right,
the
they
force
showed
wall between you guys.
Right.
The second time
Yeah.
when the Shadow Hunters showed up, you just got away by the skin of your teeth.
Yeah.
That was right.
Um,
That's right.
Man. Oh.
Remember
And Cherise died.
We
Yeah.
ran
Yes.
out of the
Right.
tunnel, and I smashed the door of the tunnel. Like,
And you
I
guys
hit the
threw
rock.
Null at the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. The captain who was like outside.
So
already.
now we've gotten a little too much into
Little
previous
off
games
track.
that weren't
That's-
unstreamed. No one knows what the
Yes.
fuck we're talking about.
That's ancient history.
Um,
Yeah, like man,
Technically, it is ancient history.
Oh.
That was like 300
Absolutely.
years before
Yes.
this.
yeah, that was
220.
yeah, 220 years ago. Yeah, man. Oh,
Which is an
It's
ancient
just
history.
another
I
tale
actually
from
think,
Rukon.
hilariously, I think at least one of you was, like, the current characters was alive then.
yeah, I was alive.
That's funny.
I would have been about 30 years old then.
But,
between
yeah,
30
elves,
30
man.
to 50, somewhere in that ballpark.
200 years ain't ancient history in a world where there's elves.
That's true. That's the truth.
Yeah, man, I'm interested. Like, I have the next character prepped. I even have some backstory. I just gotta know if I'm gonna break him out, and if you gotta deal with, well,
Depends on
you'll-
how
you'll
Galah's
see.
next
Can we
death
talk
save
about-
goes.
Can we talk about how we got caught up in political bureaucratic bullshit having to
For
do
an
with
entire episode.
yeah, for like
Or the
3/4 of an
yeah.
episode, we're dealing with
Every time we're
politics,
trying
man.
to figure something out, it was just like, well, the politics of the God
Yeah.
Slayers when it comes to it, just like, oh, what will happen to being heroes, man?
And like the thing is, that's an entirely valid thing that would happen too.
Yes. Yes. That's the problem. Is this world
When-
is relatively realistic for what it is.
Yeah.
When becoming a hero becomes
Yes,
a
this
corporate
world with-
stooge.
This world with elves and dragons is relatively realistic.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I have to bring some sense of realism into the world, or else
Yeah.
it just gets too ridiculous.
Of course,
Yeah.
you can't just
Yeah.
ferry us from battle to battle
Yeah.
without any,
Yeah.
any actual world building. Of course, that makes perfect sense.
this
But it would be
has
easier if
definitely-
you did.
Yeah, right. Maybe there'd be less Galadh.
You're not playing this to have
fun.
an easy time. You're playing this to have a good time.
I don't know, man. I've spent every battle dead so far.
if I want,
Only 2.
if I wanted to play something that would be difficult for me to win, I would just keep playing Escape from Tarkov.
Right? Play some Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I love how
Oh.
like fighting like creatures and like animals and shit like that. No problem. Take him out. Easy peasy. Soon as we switch to humans
Just
or like humanoids of
instant
some
death.
sort,
We are done.
Yeah,
we just suddenly it just all
It's-
crumbles.
it's
Yeah,
like
but
the
there's
exact
also, like,
opposite
10
of
of
last
them.
campaign.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the
It's like-
action economy on that was
Yeah.
not in our favor.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Like in well, the thing is, right? Like even in hindsight, if I had cast Barkskin on myself, I'd still be dead.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It would have blocked one of those hits, and it was like the 5-hit one. So like,
Yeah.
Uh,
This is
man.
2 combats now where Thrag's armor / fighting skills was not enough to stop him from getting hit so much. So he's definitely going to be investing in some sort of
Yeah.
preventative measures from now
Right.
on.
yeah, I'm gonna be looking for
Yeah.
something if I get out of this as well. And if I don't, I have a new character, and we'll have a
Yeah.
front line.
This definitely,
Chat,
Definitely-
because we're
Sorry.
treating this as a Rukon After Dark, so this we're interactive again. So,
Yeah.
Brad,
yeah,
is there
yeah,
anything
Yes.
you want to ask us and talk to us about, or have us talk about.
Yeah.
I will say really quickly that
I don't
this
know how many people are left in chat. It is late now.
Yes.
this
But if any of you are
interaction-
left,
oh, sorry.
sorry, JD, go.
This interaction with the God Slayers has definitely bittered Nikita's view of them.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Nervous crocheting for Galadh.
That's such a funny thing to do while listening to a D&D game. Nervous crochet.
And the thing is, I know next time I visit, I'm gonna end up with whatever she's crocheting. So like,
That's very good.
Amazing.
at least it'll have a story behind it.
So, guys, is there anything you, particularly this group, wants to talk about that isn't just our tangential stuff that gets a little incoherent to the
Yeah.
public at
Can we
times?
talk about how he doesn't know Carl Weathers real quickly?
Sure, now's the time for it.
Yeah.
Bastard, no. Unfortunately, you guys can brutalize me on that later. Unfortunately, I do have to sign off myself, so you guys will have to do After Dark without me.
That's all right. This
But,
wasn't a planned one, so I don't think this is going to be a long
No,
one.
I don't think we're gonna
we
be on
will-
it.
Yeah.
I got
we
it.
will
Not here for a-
probably
we're not
plan
here
a
for long
legit-
time. We're just here for a good time.
It was impromptu After Dark.
Yeah.
But we will probably plan a
Yeah.
legit Rukon After Dark session for one of the next couple games.
Yes.
I was thinking probably around game 10 we'd do a legit one.
Yeah.
Which is only a month away.
Yeah.
I know
gives
we're
us
on
time to
6
get a-
already. Jeez.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the
So-
way, Lexi changed their name in the Discord to Nakara Booper of Kittens, and I very much appreciate that.
That's very good.
Yes.
That's very,
Very
good.
good name change there.
And I did see some of the fan art that got put in the Discord over the course of this game. Beautiful
Yes.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
we all
am
looked
so
at it on
happy
intermission. It's
that
amazing.
that is happening.
Thank
It's
you.
phenomenal. So to wrap things up, once again, we have a Discord. Come join, hang out with us, play Minecraft with us. Join our new Facebook group. Follow our social medias. Links are in the description. We're back to Fridays. Next game is Friday, the September 24th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be a two-dimensional cube.
Yes.
Pluggables once again. We have our own links. My own stuff. My band is Black Lotus NJ on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Merch at blacklotusnj.com. Dean JD.
I'm good
I'm
right
longest solo ever.
Dean's longest solo ever. And with that, we will see all you beautiful souls next time. Good night to all.
Bye bye.
now. Peace.
Farewell.
So long.